his corpse slain across the sky, leaving an orange glow and a corrupting miasma above the world. Those who survive have done many a harsh means in order to work in this horrific world. But some get by. There are many kings and rulers that go by the most harsh ways. Brutal, savage warlords and mighty, powerful empires. But today's story is not about these empires, no. Today is about a small troop of mercenaries meeting for the first time in a strange land known as Tyr Stolheim, one of the smaller Jarldoms. We begin our story with an older man, the Hobgoblin, arriving on his wyvern. I'll place you on the map now.
There we go, here I am.
Nice. Arriving and landing on his wyvern, on his wyvern, landing in front of the fort. There is a giant wooden fort before you that has a huge domed wooden roof to stop the likes of wyverns flying in. Two guards sort of hand wave you as you start arriving down and you step off of your wyvern. Would you like to describe your character for the other players and the audience, please?
Going in here a little bit hot here, Balak. Let's get back into shipshape next time. Well, I'm Gale Scrivenheart, a doddering old albino hobgoblin who likes to mutter under his breath about various thoughts and ideas that leave his brain as quickly as they enter. He looks a bit frail, and he has a long cloak, and on his back is strapped a giant tome that's about half the size of his body. Severely weighs him down and gives him a bit of a hunchback appearance. Then he comes in riding his antlered wyvern, known as Balak, his best friend and confidant. And that's my boy.
You approach and walk towards the guards. One of the guards sort of holds up his hand and goes, you one of the mercenaries, yeah?
Oh yes, Gale Scrivenheart is my name.
Right. Goblins here. A head sort of pokes out from the wall above. You what? Goblins here. Right. I'll open the gate. You hear footsteps. He'll be a minute. And he sort of leans up against the wall. So, what do you do then for a living?
Oh, I'm a bit of a writer, documentarian you could call me. I like to keep archives of all my different adventures and, well, documents of everything I experience for the people to learn from.
Right. I didn't get a word of that.
Oh, well, I'll make sure to write it down. Maybe you can read it next time.
Oh, no, I can't read.
Oh, dear, my boy. Do they not teach you to read around here?
He shakes his head.
I'm sorry, my boy. It's a touchy subject, huh? Well, you're never too old to learn. I mean, look at me.
As you continue your conversation, the distant flapping of another set of wings is heard, and another wyvern lands. Nipa, would you like to describe your character?
My name is Ashoxa, and I came here to earn some money because I caused a little trouble in the Jarldom over, and I need to disappear.
Fantastic. Oh, John! What? I'm still doing another one just arrived! Which one? The purple one. You mean purple? She's purple.
I'm a tiefling. Idiot.
She's a toofling. What's
Tiefling!
Tiefling.
Oh, don't worry about it. They called me a goblin just before.
Aren't you a goblin?
I'll go back to opening the gate then. And you hear another set of footsteps walking off. Alright, we'll wait no more then. He sits back to where he is.
Shoxa kind of just stands there. She doesn't seem very keen on talking with others. Her wyvern, though, kind of noses up next to the hobgoblin and gives him a little nudge, looking for snacks.
Oh, what a sweet girl you have here. Haven't seen one quite like it before.
It's a boy, and Shadowbane, stop it! The wyvern kind of backs away.
be our guide then. Strike me as someone who likes to run up front.
A guide? No,
Yeah,
I'm not a
you have to
guide.
have a guide. You're not the guide, then who's the guide?
I don't know. I came here because there was work. Didn't come here to lead or
Guide, we
babysit.
need muscle. That'll make us a proper group. And yourself,
Mhm.
lacking muscle.
Of wings is heard again, except this time stronger. The wyvern that approaches is quite a bit larger than the two before. Not large enough to be classed as a bigger size, but large enough to be a little intimidating. And a large, strong figure takes 2 steps off. As Draco, would you like to describe your character?
Yes, I am a extremely tall dragonborn with red and black hints for coloring, wearing what seems to be some sort of battle gear armor, and he is with his trusty companion, Dog. Finally, get on my feet on the ground. Can somebody please feed Dog? He's hungry.
Gnarl is heard from the large wyvern behind him. Another one just showed up. Oh, for... You hear more footsteps walking back. I'm still opening the gate. Who's here now? A lizard. Right. That's all of them then. You hear more footsteps walk away.
It's okay. I don't think these guys are the brightest bulbs of the bunch.
No, they don't even know how to read.
As long as they
Impressive.
feed the dragons, I don't care.
Yeah, we've got some posts up for the dragons up the top back end. You can walk them on over.
All right, come on now, Malik.
You hear a and then a clank, 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 clank as the gates before slowly opens, revealing the fort before you. The guards step out of the way, giving you room to walk past. As a side note, you have control over both yours and the wyvern, so you can move the wyvern as you see fit as well.
Quite the establishment. Very well, very well. Where do I park my dragon? I'm sorry, I'm very old and forgetful.
Right, yeah, there's posts up the top there.
Oh, yes, well, that's why I have to write everything down, you see. Okay.
It's very descriptive. I'm guessing down this path here?
Yes. Your vision should be taken now to 3... there's about a handful of large wooden towers that at first just look like watchtowers, but you see that on all but 3, there is a form of wyvern nesting on top, at the top of the road onto the left.
There we go.
Ashoxa's eyes are more taken by the adult green dragon and silver dragon.
Yes,
They're a little
looking
hard to
around
miss.
On the way, you see 2 impressive dragon figures talking to a very old-looking man in an enormous, rather oversized white coat. On the right of you, there is a huge war table with all sorts of impressive battle-hardened figures discussing things. A lot of people take their eyes to you as you're an interesting group that's just arrived, but then they go back to their business.
As Gale walks forward, you guys can notice that he sort of loses... He gets very distracted and kind of like teeters off to the right, then the left of the path, but his dragon kind of nudges him forward in the right direction right behind you guys.
Oh, thank you, Malik. What would I do without you?
Shadowbane just stays behind Ashoxa, kind of like a lost puppy. He doesn't seem too interested in much else.
Going straight for the, where do I go, to the left here to?
Yeah, one of these 3 wooden towers, you park your wyvern essentially.
Oh.
Oh, right, Dog.
Ballot kind of parks Gale.
Get in there.
Kind of works the other way here.
The wyvern sort of like picks him up.
Oh, yes, here we are.
There we go.
Yes. Well, you stay over here. I'm sure I can find someone to talk to. around
Be
here.
good, Shadowbane, and maybe I'll bring you something good to eat. Alright, so there we go.
Wyverns rest, put on their porches. Dog sort of snarls at the nearby guard who's fetching a bucket of water. Shadowbane sort of culls around in a ball like a dog, trying to find a nice nesting spot, and Balak just sort of peacefully sits down, perching, almost regally. The 3 of you gather towards the Jarl, who, as soon as Drakon makes his approach, he puts up his hand as if halting you for a moment. And does anyone speak giant?
You're asking me that now?
Oh, I speak giant. I do. Yes.
Ah. So, Gale, you understand that the Jarl speaks in giant and says the phrase, "You are to be gone now. I do not need more business." The rest of you hear the term, "Dalenbund the Kaldastan." Upon this, you see the silvery, bizarre-looking metallic dragon take to its wings and start flying high up into the sky, and flies almost through the wooden barricade that your wyverns definitely couldn't do that, as it flies and is gone. The green one stays for a moment, takes 2 steps, narrowing its eyes, and in Draconic, does anyone speak Draconic?
Yes.
Yes, you hear the green dragon say, "I have kept up my end of the bargain, as has my brother. Make sure you do yours," and it flaps its wings aggressively and does the same. The rest of you hear, "Karl Tateshk, Dask, Darndisk," and then it flies off.
Well, that sounded like a lovely exchange.
What was that all about, Jarl?
Dramatic.
In a world with dragons, business like this is needed commonly. But you must be the mercenaries I summoned for, yes?
Well, I sure hope so.
Follow me to the war table for a moment.
Oh, I love gathering around the war
Am I
tables.
the only
Help
actual
remind me.
mercenary here? I guess so.
You're the only one of the actual description of a mercenary, yes. You others are more cell sorts of top. Regardless, we need all the hands we can get, as our enemy knows of our forces.
Oh, do they?
So, come, what do you lot know of the southern kingdoms?
That they're
Oh,
southern
been around a
and
while.
kingdoms?
Yes, quite southern, I would say.
He takes you to the large war table. Around the war table sits 3 individuals. A large Goliath woman sort of leaning back on a chair, picking her teeth with an enormously overgrown nail. A gnarly-looking woman who you thought was a wolf at first, given her the wolf pelt that's over her head and rather shaggy demeanor, and a very prim and proper man with a lovely over-detailed beard and all sorts of beards around it.
Can
Sitting
I
peacefully.
rifle through me old brain to see what I know of the Southern Kingdoms?
Absolutely. Give me a history check. I'm just going to fix your token real quick, because I think something's wrong with it.
History check. Interesting. Let's see how this
nice.
works.
Yeah, it's here we are. Oh, hell yeah. 23!
Yes, you know of the Southern Kingdoms. There are many Southern Kingdoms. In this harsh world of Kazkol, lots of people have resorted to many different things in order to survive. The Great Empire makes sure that its empire continues via the strength of dragons. The Jarldoms make sure strength is always respected. The Southern Kingdoms have had a fort, an interesting one. In history, there has been many great conquerors and rulers that have expanded their empires to vast degrees and then died, have those borders collapse and crumble over incompetent children. So these kingdoms had an idea. What if that great conquering ruler just never died? So they became undead. Some families became liches, some became vampires, one is even a Dracolich, another is a white. But regardless, the result is the same. The squabbling kingdoms of the south are undead.
Oh yes, never been too fond of the necromantic types, but can you blame them? I don't really like children either.
I'm okay. I'm okay with the undead as long as they're not ghosts.
As long as they don't touch me, I don't care.
Well, there's been a rivalry between Tyr Stolheim and Balendor, the kingdom of vampires. There's a shipment of an item we need. Unfortunately, they know of our forces to the exact number because there is a spy in this fort. He sort of looks around at all the guards being slightly incompetent, and then looks back to the war table.
Really?
I am sending my 3 greatest knights here as an assault force, and I want you 3 to be a scouting party to acquire an item.
What kind of item are we talking about?
I love a good MacGuffin.
The bearded man sits up. Oh, a mirror, my lad. We're looking for a mirror.
mirror?
Mirror?
Don't you have plenty of
Why on
those?
earth would you... Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Took the words out of my mouth.
This is a particularly special mirror. See, this one houses something special. Something is trapped within inside the mirror, and, well, we want to take it out. Takes a big puff on his pipe.
Ah, yes, all the best stories start out this way. Cursed
Now, are
item
you
out
sure?
in the middle of nowhere, and you guys, the first thing you want to do is, yeah, let's let the thing that's trapped in the mirror out.
Yeah, are we quite sure we want to let this thing free? Or is it, maybe trapped in there for a reason?
If we
Our
were to
plan is
drop
not
the mirror on
to
the ground, would it let out
You-
the creature?
You cannot break this mirror. We are unawares of how to free it, but that is not our intention. The fear is that they are to free it, and we wish to stop this act.
I mean, as long as I'm getting paid, I suppose.
Yeah, you know what? This isn't my problem. You guys want to doom yourselves? Fine. Just make sure you pay me first.
Right, the issue of
Yeah,
payment.
go on up front.
He clicks his fingers, and the large Goliath woman stands up, moves to the side, and puts her hands under the table and pulls out a large silver chest, slams it on, then takes out another and another, clicks them open to reveal a healthy amount of gold, filling about halfway up the treasury. 150 gold for all 3 of your services in this one mission. How does that sound?
Ah, well, it'll keep Alec fed for about a week or two, and then I can find the next job.
Respectable.
Like a wave of energy, Drakon just like stands up straight. I think that will do fine.
Excellent. These 3 knights are going to be a distraction force of such. They're going to be the one actually facing the bulk of the army, and you are going to be sneaking in with your wyverns. Your wyverns aren't our standards. The people of Tyr Stolheim ride the classical Cobra wyvern. Yours are different.
I would hope so.
He's very special. Yes, he's my boy. My sweet boy. So, what is it we're doing then?
Yeah, is that?
You are.
Are we going undercover?
Yes, you are sneaking into the city of Baelendor, specifically the docks. You are to get by the skeletal forces there and acquire the mirror. Anything you find on the way, you can keep for yourself.
Fair.
But
How
do
many
not-
skeletal forces are there, though?
Well, considering it used to be a living city, about a city's worth.
Oh, joy.
Stealth might be your main option, but the bulk of their forces will be distracted with my 3 knights here. You are to regroup with them once you acquire said mirror.
Yeah, this will end wonderfully.
I don't know if these 2 are up to the task. Maybe we should find others that are maybe a bit stronger.
Fortunately, I picked you 3 because you are unknown to the Southern Kingdoms.
You
Oh,
think
look
I
at
would have
that. I
lasted
guess
this
we
long
are
and
up to
gotten
the
this
task.
old if I wasn't capable? Come on now, young one.
Yeah, I'd like to see you sneak around, giant.
Yeah. What she
I
said.
jump onto the table.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
I pull out my battle axe. And I jump super high into the air while my wings extend outwards. And almost like a slow fall, I barely hit the ground making a noise.
I think you actually have wings.
Was that supposed to be impressive? Could have spotted you from 10 miles away.
It was quiet though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
You landed
take
really
time.
quietly. Let's just hope your dead body full of arrows lands just as quietly.
Dracon,
Gail
do you want
takes
to
out
give
his
me?
notebook.
Do you want to
and,
give me an acrobatics check real quick to see how graceful that landing actually was?
As he's doing that, I write down and kind of mutter underneath my breath,
Hot-headed might be good bait.
Wow.
Do I get advantage because I'm the one performing?
You make the normal check. 12. That is suffice to do a superhero-styled landing.
So he kind
It
of
was
like
still
shakes
kinda
the
quiet,
table with
so-
it.
But
It wasn't stealthy, but it was certainly impressive.
Yara, last time you gave me some bad information, though. We need to talk. You told me that 2 chickens make more chickens. I've had 2 chickens in the same coop for over a month, and they have not made any more chickens.
Was one of them a rooster?
A roost. They're both. He said 2 chickens make a chicken.
The Jarl puts
Yes.
his hand in his head. I'm going to leave the 3 of them to discuss the finer details. I have let you know of your mission and your pay. Let me know if it's not suffice. I have other
Then
things
you're gonna
attend
teach
to.
me the secret to the chickens.
You're going to teach them for me. I can do that for you, Jarl.
Well, with all this gold, you'll be able to hire an army full of chickens.
The Jarl takes his leave and starts walking off, leaving the 3 of you at the war table.
Alright. Well,
Yes,
this is who
well-
we got. This is who we got.
It was nice meeting you. I will be on my way.
The
What?
3 of you must be taking the front assaults. Anything we need to know before we head through the back?
The Goliath woman just goes, "Don't die." Simple as. The
All right.
wolf-looking woman. You're gonna want to be quiet, as I know not all of the vampires are going to be in our fight, and the land is known for a foul type of wyvern known as a life drinker.
Ooh, intriguing. Let me write that
Drinker.
down.
But we ride at dawn. Don't be weak. She pulls out a blade from the table, sheaths it, and then starts to walk away.
Ashoxa's already back by Shadow
Yeah.
Bane. She's just completely disinterested in what anybody has to say because she knows how to do her job. So she's just petting her wyvern, just eat, buddy, because we've got a long night ahead of us.
Gives you a lick on the face and is very happy to see you.
Now tell me, would there happen to be any known archives or libraries perhaps I'll be able to sneak into, take a look around?
Like, I'm pretty sure the mirror has been housed in such a, I think it was a workshop of sorts. There was a very fancy-looking vampire who should be in the main fight with us, who was quite the scholarly type. He must have all sorts of notes about it, but has a central library. Ooh. He smokes on his pipe for a second. Oh, that would probably be in the center of the capital, and I doubt you'd be able to get there in time without being able to get out safely. Make sure you get the mirror first, then risk such escapades.
Yes, well, of course. I'll get the mirror. I am a professional, after all.
Aye, good to hear, good to hear.
Well then,
Okay.
I must get to Balak. Is there any chickens around I can feed him? He loves chickens.
We've got goats, I think, lad. He looks to one of the nearby guys and goes, goats, yeah? We got goats. Get him a goat. Aye.
Yes, let's go.
Ah, wonderful.
Together, we'll go get the goods.
Alright. The guard goes, fetches some goats, and brings them over to your wyverns.
Ah, yes.
Does anyone want to do anything while you're in this fort before preparing for the fly in the morning?
Ashoxa's already preparing. You can tell that she doesn't intend to stick around.
It's just a basic military fort, right?
Yeah, it's a wooden military fort. There's something. It's bizarrely shaped, as the roof is deliberately designed to make sure something like a dragon or a wyvern can't fly in or out of it. So you're a bit confused on how those two did so.
It's wooden, right?
Oh yeah, it's wood.
That doesn't sound very dragon-proof.
It's not very dragon-proof.
But
Wyverns, on the other hand, yeah.
I'm
Different.
gonna walk up to Gale. So I guess we'll be working together.
Oh,
You seem
yes,
like a
of
smart
course you will, my
person.
boy.
You
I've
seem
been
like a
known-
smart person.
Been a scholar in my days, of course, yes.
Well, in my battle experience, the smart people tend to get in the way.
Yeah.
So how about you stay a couple of feet behind me at all times, just for your own safety and mine.
Ah, well, my boy, I can take care of myself, I assure you, but you might make excellent shield, so don't mind if I do.
You'll both make excellent distractions.
And what do you specialize in?
My job.
Which is making snarky comments.
Yes, we'd rather.
Among other
That's me.
things.
Well,
Just
Yeah,
say
we
get
know.
things
Rogues
done.
are all the same, aren't you? Trickster types. Bit of an attitude on you all.
There's a
What it
snarl
is.
from Dog the Dragon as a goat is picked up and he just rips it in half immediately and starts chowing down on it, almost demolishing it in 2 bites. He then lets out a roar that stirs every single other wyvern.
you were supposed to save some of that for me, dog. You know that.
Turns to the side. I could fetch another one if you want.
For the mission, of course. Yes, that'd be a good idea.
Right, I'm gonna do that. Walks backwards away from you.
Well, we should probably. How far? Do we know how far away the Baylor is, or Baylender? Is that what I would say?
Baylendor is
Baylendor?
about a day's travel.
Days
via
travel.
the
Days
open
travel
sea.
by Wyvern?
By wyvern, yes.
All right,
By
well,
boat, it's about a week because wyverns are really fast.
I'm gonna go find some food and water, and make sure I'm all packed and ready for the mission tomorrow.
Yeah, Shox is gonna probably just stick around Shadowbane until it's time to leave. She's not a people person.
Right, so all of you stay up camp within the fort for the rest of the day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Brett?
think Gale will stick around the 3 frontal assault people and try to learn what he can by their discussions.
Mm. They're still at the
He'll
war
stay
table,
quiet,
so if you
he'll
want
stay
to...
right to himself.
Mostly stay quiet to himself. Alright.
I just
As
love
the
seeing
day
a token
passes
go, New.
The day passes by. Do you wish to ask any of them anything, Gale? In character or...
Well,
What do I know about vampires? Can I find out what I know about vampires? How
Cool.
they work here?
Make me a religion check for me.
yes. 10. Done.
10. They're
Yeah.
undead.
Oh, yeah, very informative.
They are very powerful.
Yes, yes.
Some vampires are more physical bruisers type style, some are more magically gifted. A lot of people view vampires as human plus, for a myriad of reasons. A lot of people view vampires as disgusting abominations that should not exist.
Of course.
Makes
You know
sense.
they're not fond of running water, but open water's fine. Bizarrely. Light is bad. Well, direct sunlight is bad, as is some holy-like symbols towards them. That's about the extent of of vampires. Don't fuck with them unless you've got a backup plan.
You know, I'm not much of an expert with vampirism, per se. My travels have brought me elsewhere, but would you 3, I mean, since this is your mission after all with the frontal assault, you have to know a thing or two about these things. How do you take one down? Any known weaknesses? Something that won't work will work. Come on, give me the details.
The Goliath sort of turns her head. Yeah, you chop their head off, and then you kick it again just to make sure.
And a method proven most effective in pretty much all cases, yes, of course. Anything else, though, a little less brutish and, my style.
Bjorgen, before you, ruffles through his satchel and pulls out a small vial of water. This is holy water.
Oh, legendary holy water. I thought that was just an old wives' tale.
It's not legendary per se. It's more of I don't know what to describe it. It burns the fuckers, basically.
Ooh, that got me intrigued. You must have bucketfuls around here, huh? Where can I get my hands on some?
I don't know if we've got any to give. Mensa, do we have any to give? The shaggier, wolf-looking woman just shakes her head and goes, I'll let you have mine. And sort of slides it on the table for you.
So sweet of you, so sweet of you. I'll make good use of it, I assure you.
Hey, don't waste it. You'll probably only really run into 1 or 2 while you're there, but be careful. The bulk of the force should be distracted by our wyverns alone.
Oh, well, I've never been part of a plan that doesn't go horribly, horribly wrong.
Tends to be a pattern in these sorts of things, doesn't it?
It really does. It seems we're all doomed. Anywho, well, I have to get off to sleep with Balak. Early bird catches the worm, after all.
sort of just totters off towards the wyvern nest.
Okay. You waddle
Hello
away
now.
back to the way.
So I need shadow.
Here we go. Got
I'm
that.
gonna move over to Shadowbane's cage with
Oh.
a giant goat leg. You should feed your dragon more. It's looking awfully skinny. And I put the leg through the bars towards the dragon to like try to feed it.
Shadowbane very eagerly snatches up the snack before Ashoxa can ever stop him, because that's just how he is. And Ashoxa, putting a hand on his snout and slowly nudging it away, says, "I can handle my own, wyvern. Thank you."
Alright.
Ashoxa, do you want to roll me an animal handling check real quick?
Sure. How do I do that?
You open up your sheet and you look on the left side. There should be skills. Near the top, because they're alphabetical, there should be animal handling.
And I can just click.
You just
oh,
click on that, it should pop up, and then it should say, there you go.
I got
8.
8.
You sort of corral him by the nose, gently pull him away, and then he sort of sneaks on under your grasp, licks Drakeon in the face, and then goes to you.
Shadowbane! When I tell you no, it means no!
His tongue is just sticking out of his mouth, wagging like a good boy.
I must say, you two make quite the pair.
What's it to you?
Yes.
He just walks away.
He just walked.
All right. Well, I guess we'll see you in the morning.
Maybe.
Alright. The day passes, and the rest of you, well, you all rest for the day. As the moon eclipses, the reddened moon eclipses as the corpse of the god is above it in the sky, the party is ready, and you are gathered by the 3, air quotes, Viking-esque knights, and you are taken into the open sea. Bear with me 1 second as I set up the map.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good morning. It's time.
Oh, yes, another day, another job, I suppose. Where are we off to again? I seem to have forgotten.
Baylander.
Oh, yes, Bellander, the vampires and such. Of course, how could I be so forgetful?
Yes, and the skeletals.
And the
It's
undead
Scarecrow.
city, and
Oh!
so on and so forth.
How did I sign up for this one? Well, I'm sure it'll work out.
How hard can a bunch of undead people actually be? They can't be better than real humans and real living creatures.
Perhaps one-on-one, but get them in a group. Oof, they're rather intimidating.
But tell me about your chicken situation again.
So they told me that if you put 2 chickens together, they will make more chickens. And I've had 2 chickens in the same pen for over 2 months.
Did
They
you...
have not made any chickens.
Alright, buddy. Do they produce eggs?
Yes.
Do they both
So.
produce eggs?
Yes.
You have 2 female chickens.
There's different types of chickens.
Yes.
Oh dear.
There's a male chicken, and then there's a female chicken.
The
you remember
female figure
having
with
a
the wolf
month-
sort of approaches. No time for the birds and bees. Get on your wyverns. Let's get going.
No, I really think we need to go through this. I don't trust a man that doesn't
We can
know how
talk
to
on
take
the
a
way. We've got all day. You
Oh,
can talk on your
yeah.
wyverns.
Oh
Alright.
my god, I'm surrounded by idiots.
Hey! You're right.
All right. As the group mounts their wyverns, we will change map to the open sea. It might take a minute to load.
That looks like it's getting to 90%. It's getting there.
It's getting there. The map is just for a scene change, basically. So, you and the other 3 knight-like figures get on your wyverns, and you start flying on over the open ocean. It's a very calm day out at sea. There's distant clouds, but for the most part it's quite clear. There's the shadows of large leviathans and a type under the water, but you know to stay up high enough and they will not be disturbed. You are actually close enough to each other to be able to talk on your journey. As it's going to take all day, so it might be rather boring. So you might have more to say.
The decaying body of the god is especially clear in the sky today. Totally
Oh,
not
yes.
ominous at all.
The festering corpse of the god is looking lovely this evening, as it acts as this world's sun.
Oh.
Oh, nothing quite like it is there.
And I conjure up some dancing lights and kind of have them recreate the look of the dead god. With minor illusion as well, just recreating it, writing it down, drawing it in my book.
Hopefully you can do more than that when we reach the skeletal island.
Are an interesting goblin.
Yeah, what was that? I'm not a goblin. I'm a goblin. Very different. In fact, it's quite offensive of you to say. You know, I gave the guards a free pass, but not you so much.
Oh, my, woe is me.
The young ones these days have no respect, I tell you, Balak. It isn't we want to be able to get away with that back in my day.
Then I guess it's a good thing we're not back in your day.
What?
Don't worry about it, old man.
Yeah, let's try not to confuse him.
Confused?
Oh,
who?
I'm
Who
sure
are you
he'll
talking
get there
about?
on his own.
Hmm?
Like
Sorry,
I
the
said,
wind's quite loud.
solid distraction.
So, I think we've all agreed that I'm captain of this mission.
I haven't agreed to anything, but you do you.
I don't see a ship around. Ships have captains. We don't have captains here. To each his own. Do the
Would
picnic go
leader
this
work
spoil?
better for you?
Hmm? Shot collar,
Why?
perhaps? I don't know.
Not my leader.
I'm not bound to a man who doesn't know how to chicken reproduces, I'll tell you that much.
You listen to me, I will not be disrespected while we're
You
flying
have.
midair.
All right, I'll make sure to
times.
disrespect you on the ground then.
Very well. Just make sure you're staying behind me.
What?
No.
I
I mean,
just gonna
sure, but
try to fly away faster. Let's go.
I want all of
Forward.
you to give me perception checks real quick. As you're flying out, it's about halfway through the day. You know how to do so?
Yes,
that would be
give
the
me a
skill
moment,
one, right?
young man.
Yes, it would. Oh,
The check mark means I get
Oh.
proficiency, right?
Oh,
yeah,
dear.
it's automatically applied.
What?
Okay, awesome.
There we go. So you two are having your conversation. How do you pronounce your character's name again, Meepa? Apologies.
Ashoxa.
Ashoxa. As Ashoxa gazes her eyes out under the water, you see a figure, like the big sea serpents that go under the bottom, but this one isn't a sea serpent. Quite large, has horns not too dissimilar from Dog, the dragon, the one that Dracorian rides, and has 4 legs, and it seems to be swimming the opposite direction of you, passing you, heading straight to Tyr Stolheim.
Interesting. We might need to pull up. I'm gonna get as far away from the water as I can, just in case.
Only Ashoxa noticed that.
Oh. Well, then I fly straight ahead.
Ashoxa kind of pulls her dragon up into the sky, not bothering to say much, but just watching for now.
So you stop where you are and sort of turn your head. It's your
Well,
one
she
flaps wings.
flies higher, but she's still going
Ah.
in the direction she needs to go.
Yeah, you see that strange figure is just going. It doesn't look like it's going directly where you came from, more of just opposite to you.
Okay, so potentially running away. She kind of positions her dragon a little bit more above, but also behind the other two. And Shadowbane's just chill with this. He's just like, oh, okay, going this way now.
He loyally follows your orders. Or inputs, I should say. You pull on his leash. Right.
Oh, I did forget to mention, as we're flying, Gale, he has like really long, kind of napped hair. It's very like curled, and he never really brushes it. And he has all these trinkets strewn about inside of it, and kind of hung there. That sort of they rattle together like chimes as he flies. He also has these giant, ridiculous goggles that he wears when he flies.
Oh god, I love it.
It's kind of like a flying wind chime at the moment.
It's a little steampunky, I'm getting those vibes.
Oh yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, Ashoxa does well to let the noisy, large folk go ahead of her. She just chills behind everybody while flying at a safe distance from the water.
I guess I don't notice.
Right, if she doesn't share that, then the two of you do not know of this event, and you continue riding off until the sun goes down again, and the wolf-like figure, Mernsa, sort of flies up towards you three. We split up here. We go for the main assault. You count, give it an hour or two, then try and sneak in via the docks there, and she points to the city that's just now visible into the distance, as there is a large fog that sticks out, just out of view where the land is seen.
Oh, you're going to have to speak up. My chimes are quite loud.
Wait an hour and then sneak into the city.
Okay. You hear that, Dragon Boy?
Yes.
Please. She then flies back to the others, and then they make their approach and start going up into the air more, leaving the three of you alone, flying where you currently are. Now,
Why are we supposed to wait? Just in the air.
here's the important question. You three now have your leash gone. What do you do?
Here.
Ashoxa's going to find the nearest piece of land or terrain, or even just craggy stone poking out of the ocean, to land Shadowbane on and just lay low and out of sight.
Wait.
I'd like to find some craggy stone as well.
Yes.
Do you want to go nearer to the coast, away from the city, and hide, like, across on rocks? And, like, have your wyverns attach their talons to the side? Or do you just want to find a rock out of the
with
sea?
trees? My dragon blends in better with trees.
There are quite a lot of dead trees that are outside the land of Baelendor.
Ashoxa is going to pick some rocks over by the coastline, just to have clear views, and because her dragon blends in best against, the dark stone.
I mean,
You-
Balak is an excellent swimmer.
Are you all keeping your distance from the main city then?
Yes.
I would think so,
Coastline,
yeah.
but close to where their entry is gonna be. She's not like on the coastline across the city. She's still
Not
aiming
close enough
for
to have
where
to
her
make stealth
entry-
checks. Okay.
Yeah.
Gale is going to take off a lot of his clothes down to his skivvies and go for
Oh
a
my.
dip.
Oh my.
I
So you're going for a
bathed
dip
in
while you
quite
wait.
a long time.
So the two of you watch as he just drips down to his skivvies and takes a dip in the ocean.
I'm gonna take a look down here.
You couldn't pay me enough to get in that water.
When he takes off his cloak, he is just like skeletal in his figure. He's got
He's
no muscle. He's no mass
Mega
whatsoever.
thin. Okay, brilliant.
And this
Great.
man is still alive. How?
I don't even
Come
know how
on
he
in, the
walks.
water's great.
You should probably
A little
find
bit
somewhere
slimy,
to
but
lay
I'm
low
sure that's
too,
fine.
before you attract too much attention.
What?
You're
Don't
disgusting.
worry about it.
He's just doing backstrokes.
Brilliant.
Whatever.
So,
I'll
Gulping
be
it out and
waiting.
spitting it out like a whale.
so you're all laying low until an hour passes, and then you hear a bell in the distance. Ding! Ding! And then the clattering in unison of what sounds like a large force marching. As you look over of the creek you're hiding near, you see about 7-8 wyverns, a lot more than they were expecting, fly out from the city and start attacking the three. And the battle commences.
Okay.
Yes. When I emerged from the water, could I have spent my time just kind of like picking at the foliage underneath the aquatic foliage?
Give me survival.
Yes. I'm not good at that at all. Actually, I'm okay at that. Oh, hell
yeah, you managed to find all sorts of plant life. lovely red corals that match the scale or the extra
Marvelous
details.
specimen. All right, I'll pack that
Ashoxa
up, dry it out.
notices
Keep storing.
the wyverns, and she kind of shrugs and hums and goes, well, they're doomed. This is already off to an incredible start, if this is
Well,
any
at least-
indication.
At least we don't have to make a distraction.
No, not yet.
And
Is
if we
someone
do, we
saying
can
we're
just
gonna make
send.
a distraction?
Yes, we'll just send you and your skivvies down into the castle.
That would be distracting.
All right, you're the shot caller.
Ah, at least you would finally admit it.
Do you actually go in just your skivvies?
He starts to.
No,
Oh,
please.
no.
Ashoxa
please do
just
trust.
lets him do what he wants to do because she is not
Let's-
invested in their well-being at
Let's
all.
let's keep that secret formation in our back pocket.
All right, you're no fun.
And he gets
No.
dressed.
The major question: do you sneak in with or without your wyverns?
Well, we have to go
What-
into like
okay.
an actual building, right?
Yeah.
But we also have to cross the water. So I would say we get as close as possible with the wyverns, and depending on what things look like upon getting
we could
closer,
swim
decide
them
from there.
over.
Do you
We'll
want
swim
to
them over?
swim them to the closest point they can swim, and then you get out on land and leave them there?
I think so. We need a. Okay, so by the look of it, is there like a wall surrounding this city?
Not the dock. There is a wall surrounding it via the land, but via the docks there's a wooden post that's not too hard to climb. That sort of stands across the edge.
Yeah, well, it might be wise to keep them down at the docks. That way we have an escape route should we need it. It might be a bit of a run, though.
If we end up stuck in there, I don't want Shadowbane to be stuck in there with us.
Do you
Be
have
better
any
if
sort
we
of
left
way
them
to
by the
call
docks.
them? Right.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this mirror is probably going to be somewhere up in a very deep and dark dungeon, or very, very high in some sort of vampiric tower. Do we have any
Yes.
way of calling the wyverns or getting them to us? I usually
whistle?
like to whistle, but
I
have
you
a
know,
whistle.
I like to ring my chimes.
We'll have to just shout really loudly.
I'm sure they'll be able to hear. They're very perceptive
Shadowbane
after
will come
all.
and find me after a certain amount of time has passed. He's got some separation anxiety going on.
Oh,
Oh no. He's such a cutie. Okay.
All
Goodest
right, well.
boy.
Should we leave them at the docks then? Call them if we need them.
Sounds like a plan to me, unless you want to be one of the
Yeah.
most visible intruders on the planet.
Ah, yes. Well, no, absolutely not. Now, what I will do, though, let me see here.
I will cast. Okay. Let us know when we're at the docks, and then I'll do this.
You decide when you get to the docks,
Okay,
Well-
okay.
so you can wait till you're as close as possible to do it safely.
Is that what you're
When
gonna
we
do?
get there. Yeah, and when we get there, I'm going to, or Gale is going to put down, I'm going to cast Alarm and set an alarm at the probably, it's a 20-foot cube. So is there like a large gate or something that would lead into the city?
From the outside, from land, yes, but via the sea, there's the entirety of the docks you can climb at any point.
Right. I just want to set an alarm that in case anything were to, go towards the wyverns. From
So you
the
want
gate.
to like protect the perimeter of where they are. There's
Yeah.
enough room underneath the wooden docks where you could sort of swim them into it and have them hidden under the wood, the
Okay, that
wooden
might be
support
perfect.
structures. So you could
Yeah.
alarm that area.
Yeah, I think I'm going to cast alarm there then.
And I believe you can ritual cast alarms, so you don't need to use up a spell slot.
Yes, I
Thank you.
can. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
just takes you 10 minutes and no spell slot is used.
Gale takes out a tiny bell and a little piece of fine silver wire and sort of ring-a-ding-a-dings an alarm in place. Magically.
Shadowbane hides under the docks rather unwillingly because he doesn't like water. But more than that, he starts whining the moment
Uh-oh.
Ashoxa is starting to wander away because he can tell bad stuff is in the area. Everything smells like death, and he doesn't like Ashoxa walking away with everything smelling like death. So you see Ashoxa turn around and he goes, "Shh, no, stay. Stay, and I promise you'll get the largest roast horse you've ever had in your life."
I
And
could
with
give
that-
some of these.
And Gale just pulls out a bunch of like dried mushrooms out of his satchel. He's always called me down.
You see Shadowbane kind of wrinkle his muzzle up at the mushrooms, but he thinks about Ashox's propositions. You see the gears turning in that wyvern's
They go down
head.
rough, but they do the trick.
And he finally snorts and settles where he's at. He's not happy about it, so he kind of turns away from Ashox and plants his butt onto the shallows and settles in to wait while the others climb onto the docks.
All right, well, maybe next time.
Righty then. So, all of you climb the wooden structures and make it to the corner of the docks. I want you all to make stealth checks for me, please. This is considered a group check.
Okay.
Oh boy. No, wait. I might have something for this. Hold, everybody, hold.
What?
Hold a little longer. Wait, no, I didn't take it. Did I? Oh, I didn't take it. Never mind.
Make the stealth checks.
Make the stealth check. Fuck.
Oh no.
Alright, the group success overall. Gale, as you're climbing the wooden structure,
They're so loud.
he starts chiming and then he lets go of something for a brief second and then Drakon just sort of grabs his arm and puts it back and then starts climbing himself again. As all of you climb up the wooden structure and make it to the corner of this map, you see the city before you. I'm leaving the dragons there, but they're under the docks, just for clarity's sake. You see the city before you. It is dead, desolate, and destroyed. The buildings that remain are long, ruined structures. There is what I can only describe as a small legion of skeletons marching around, looking busy and wandering the streets carrying all sorts of artifacts. There are 2 wyverns that can be seen at the end, looking like they want to join in the combat, but have been told to stay back. There is an intimidating figure, standing in full plate armor, ordering a bunch of skeletons, and in unison they turn their heads at his orders, listening to their commands. You have all made stealth checks. You can move freely until you are within 3 squares of any entity, including skeletons. From that point on, you'd have to make another stealth check to move closer.
Oh boy.
Don't worry, I'll have this handled.
And he starts to take some steps forward. Trinkets kind of ringing.
Ding, 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 ding.
Maybe not right now, old man.
Don't worry, I'm a master of illusion. I got this handled.
Ashoxa
What, you
starts
don't
looking
believe me?
for alternate routes while he's sorting that out.
Yes.
Before you seems to be a bunch of houses and the like that are used primarily just for storage at the moment, as housing is no longer needed. But to the here seems to be a larger building, almost described as a workshop of sorts, that has 2 more armored guards than the rest.
Well, this is
Fascinating. Okay. There's 3 guards. Okay.
Well, it looks like we got four to deal with here, and then there's another group over there.
Remind me
like
again,
it
what were we
settled.
looking for? Some sort of cathedral? Perhaps a library?
What did they say? They said something about a mirror, and it's trapped inside. They never really mentioned where.
They did not know where.
Something mirror, but I'm sure it's somewhere around here.
So
Well,
we
it's nothing
eliminate
but a
who we
bomb.
need to and get the mirror and then get out.
Well, I
Simple
don't think
as
the
that.
skeletons are gonna answer any of our questions, so...
There's 2 skeletons guarding the door here. I say we take them out and see what's inside. Quick and quiet.
You are too far away to hear him, but you see the figure in the distance. As your eyes are catched by him by a moment, as one of the skeletons is smashed by his hammer and flung into the sea, destroying it and shattering it into multiple bones.
Family squabble.
Yeah.
Seen it a million times.
Ah, yes, of course, of course.
As you can't hear his words, but he definitely screamed something.
Did
Yeah.
the other skeletons in front of us, react to that?
They do not move an inch.
Well, Ashika, you're supposed to get us in this place. How are we going about it?
Does anybody have maybe an explosive or something that they can shoot and make them move over?
Oh,
Aye,
looks like they're
They're
moving.
moving away.
Oh, they're doing
Let's
it.
move quickly. Let's go.
Quickly. Sky.
What? Oh. So we should probably take these gods out.
Yes, that's exactly what I said earlier.
Okay, so the three of you want to surprise round these guards then.
Yes.
Wonderful plan, Dragon.
Yeah.
Let me
Alright.
move over here.
In a surprise round, you can move within 3 tiles of them, so yeah, that's fine. You two can move 1 square closer if you want. There you go. Okay, so how a surprise round works is you will act before them, and you have advantage on the attack because they are completely unaware of you. If they are still alive and the round is over, it then goes to normal initiative. Because it's a surprise round, I don't want to roll initiative and get the whole thing, so I just want... Who wants to go first, basically?
Would
I'll
you
take a
call
stab
it
at it.
clear day? What's the weather conditions like?
Right, I forgot a big detail. The fog, it is daytime, but the fog eclipsing the city is over-eclipsing both the actual physical sun and the red light come from the dead god, meaning it is essentially always classed as night here.
Hell yeah. Okay, before Ashoxa moves in, I'll just cast Fog Cloud really quickly.
Ooh, okay.
Cast spell, and then I place it. Well, I'll put it like this.
Yeah. So just describe how you're
Oh,
supposed to.
yours, creepy lady. Creepy lady.
Okay, Ashoxa sneaks up from the corner of the building, and then she's gonna come out here, right, and do a, I believe it's a sneak attack with her dagger.
You just make your normal attack at advantage.
Ah,
Sneak attack is damage, which is very
There
important.
we go. I'm not used to this.
It's alright, don't worry.
Okay, so with advantage.
I assume Drakorian's throwing a javelin at the other one while she's attacking that one.
Yeah, I clicked it thinking that it was going to ask me to do it with advantage, but yes, I'm also going to throw a javelin if that's
Alright,
okay.
so that definitely
Nice
hits.
attack roll.
Yeah, that
Oh my
absolutely
God.
hits. Roll damage. And then Drakorian roll attack, and it should give you the option to...
Is it
Oh.
advantage on the attack?
yeah,
attack.
advantage on the attack. Yep, that hits. Roll damage.
Step.
And this is okay, just a normal, not a crit.
Yeah. Also, the skeleton was unawares. That does 4 damage as well. The skeleton was unawares, so you get your sneak attack damage, which is 2d6 at this level, I believe. So click the d6s and click 2 of them. Then you should be able to just roll it. And that's how much additional damage you do, because rogue. There you go, you do 6 more damage to it. Right, and I believe you're dual wielding your daggers, yes?
Yes.
So as a bonus action, you can attack with the other dagger,
Well, let's do it.
because rogue.
Slice.
Gotta love rogues.
You also have advantage on this attack as well. Yep, that hits, roll damage.
Wow.
You do not get sneak attack on this, though. You only get it once per round. But that kills it. That
Does it let out
skeleton.
any sort of noise when it dies, or is it just sort of crumples into bones?
How do you kill it, Ashlox? I can't say your name.
Ashoxa.
Ashoxa, okay. Ashoxa.
Ashoxa kind of just buries her blade into the skull so firmly that it just breaks the bone apart, and then she rips the skeleton apart with her second dagger.
Oh. I like to imagine it like stabs the skull, pulls out, and then it just drops.
Remind me not to get on her bad side.
Drakorian, or Gale, do you have any bonus actions you can do?
Stabby. Well, I don't think so. I'm a bit of a wizard. I can
Yeah.
pull out my quill. You know what?
Alright.
I'll pull out my quill and then write down with my magic quill. I'll write down, "Don't mess with that lady."
Okay, right. It's
Very
initiative.
stabby. Underlined twice. Very stabby.
Initiative is
Oh,
rolled,
whoa, whoops, sorry.
as the surprise round is now over. Dracorion, you are up.
Okay, ignore what I did.
What did you do?
I don't know what I clicked. I was just reading.
Oh no, that was
reading
that was the initiative. You didn't have anything.
How many? What's my movement? 30. Okay.
Your movement is 30. You can pull out the ruler, which is the top left,
Okay.
and you can see. Yeah, you can definitely get to him in room. The fog cloud doesn't affect its allies, does it?
I'm not sure what the
heavily
fog
obscured,
cloud does.
it will. Yeah, it will.
Okay. No, you know you'll be fine because you knew where he was beforehand.
Yeah. We'll move
Yeah.
right here. We will just do just a great
Oh.
axe attack.
Hang on, silly me. I was supposed to change music here. Bear with me 1 second.
But we need battle music, or like shanty music, or just this clattering of bones and chains.
That definitely hits. Roll damage.
All right. Damage. Normal.
Then you kill it.
All right. Just another skull crush against the wall.
Oh, I was going to use that.
Blam! As it collapses and crushes into several pieces. Luckily, you managed to kill it before it sounded off an alarm.
No,
All right.
never mind. I'll collect the rest. Gale starts picking up the bones.
Is there any way to hide the bones, or no? Is it just gonna be
Wow, they're right before you. What do you do?
Ashoxa
Is
lets
there any
Gale collect as many
upstairs, or-
bones as he wants.
Is there a garbage receptacle? Is this a clean city, or
The buildings before you that are I messed up the light on, so they're just all black. Just let me. No, that'll take way too long to fix. Just they're houses, so there are like bins that have rolled over and have not been used for a long time.
All right, let's just super quickly try to hide the bones.
I'm gonna grab at least a femur.
All right. Well, you take whatever trophies you want, and I'm just gonna start just like with one giant like kind of sweep of both my arms. I'm gonna grab as many bones as possible and just kind of like throw it either in the house or like in like kind of hidden, whether
You just sort of
Wherever I
put it in a
can.
pile. Under
yeah,
the
whatever
door.
makes
Yeah.
kind of sense.
under
but
the, you just lift
I am
up the
doing it-
doormat, shove the
I'm
bones
doing it
under it.
quickly. I'm doing it
How
quickly.
many?
That
Do
looks
these
good.
skeletons have their teeth intact?
Oh no, these skeletons look
Oh.
like they have been dead for. Give me. Ooh dear.
I want
We'll
to
check
make
with
some
them.
sort of toothy grenade, but maybe next
Ooh.
That's,
Give me investigation.
I do not like the sound of
All
that.
right.
Let's keep moving.
No, it'll be marvelous. You just have to see it. You'll know better when you see it.
Yeah.
Let me just.
Ashoxa
Yeah.
presses her ear
Ashoxa-
against the door and tries to listen in to hear if there's any sounds beyond it.
Alright, Shara, give me a perception check. Gale,
Yes?
they have been dead for at least 1,000 years.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh.
The fact that they are still physically in one piece is because someone has looked after them in some form. Naturally, these
Why?
bodies would have decayed to dust at this point.
I mean, they should have been turned to dust eons ago.
Is there a way for you to check the bones for maybe a magical presence?
I'm kind of thinking about it, but I'm not sure if I can. No.
If they're
no.
1,000
Did you
years
tell me
old,
to
like you're
roll a
saying.
perception check, Ash?
Yeah, roll a perception check for me, please.
All I know is
Oh,
nothing is holding
you
me
listening?
unnaturally long.
There's a crackling noise. It sounds quite aggressive and harsh.
Hmm.
The door is in fact unlocked though.
Is this?
So who wants to open the door?
Yo, did somebody say door? Here, let me through.
You
He
hear
tries to
a subtle march as the skeletons are coming back down the street again.
Where's the door? Is it this
It's
one?
right
here?
here.
I'm opening
All right,
the door.
I kick the door open.
Oh, okay.
Right, you can just open the door, I think. You should be able
It's
to.
locked.
I still kick.
There we
There you go. The door is open.
I walk in, and now I'm gonna shut the door. This would have been a lot easier if I didn't kick it down. All right, Widget.
You close the door.
Take a look around for
I
some
use
furniture.
a little bit of my strength to wedge the door.
You can just close the door again if you're good.
All right, I'm gonna try to lock
Do
it.
some.
Oh.
Do not miss anything.
Yeah, no, they critically fail and a -1.
They don't
They
have
just get
eyes.
distracted.
Alright. Before you,
That's a good
is
point.
a very dark room that looks like several layers of dust have settled over the years. There is a fireplace, which, actually, you realize that was the noise you heard. It's actually a fireplace. There are several treasure chests, a bizarrely pristine workbench, and a mirror. Sitting before a bizarre display of dust, ash, a ashen corpse, and blood steps, and torture devices are in the corner of the room.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
it
doesn't
reminds me of home.
give me bad feelings at all. No?
I'm gonna go by the fire and start drying my clothes.
It's not really the time.
No, it's sorry. What were we doing again?
You walk over to the fireplace as there is a large spider that sort of curls over the cobwebs, stares at you for a moment. It's
Like, how
unnatural
big of a
gaze.
spider are we talking?
We're talking a little smaller than a tarantula.
All right, still pretty big. Not
It's
too big.
a big spider, but
Yeah.
it's not like
I mean,
Hobgoblin.
yeah, but it's not like a dog spider.
Gail, this looks like something you might know something
Do I have a
about.
jar? Do I have like a jar or something in my
Oh.
Gail,
bag or like a
focus.
vial? What? Sorry, what? This spider's huge.
Yeah, give me an animal handling check.
Be perfect for my collection.
Ashoxa, can you read?
Hey, it's Pokemon over here.
Did you ask me if I can read?
Oh,
You try to trap the spider in the jar and fail to do so.
no.
Can you see if you can read any of these?
All right, what are we doing?
Ashoxa kind of
Okay.
sighs and starts
Okay.
taking a look over the papers to see what they're written in.
Yeah.
The
Can I
notes
do
are
that?
written in common, and they
I
have a
do-
very fine cursive handwriting.
Can I
Oh,
do an
this guy is
investigation check?
educated.
Absolutely, yes.
Alright.
Yes. The barbarian investigator. I love it.
Sort of scratch your scaled chin and have a look over these notes. You don't focus on it. The notes are clearly out
Can
of order,
I-
and they've been moved to be confusing in
Can
a
I
deliberate
roll?
way.
Can I roll an investigation check with him to help? To try and help?
Are you proficient in investigation?
No,
No,
not at
you
all.
cannot assist him. You can make your own check if you wish. So another thing you can do in this group, just to clarify, if you are proficient in someone, in a skill, you can make sure that someone else who does that skill check has advantage by using your action to assist them. But only
No,
if you.
Oh, well.
I'm proficient. I'll assist them. I'll be like, oh dear.
Which one do you want to give advantage then?
Definitely a Ashoxa.
All right,
I don't think that dragon-
You can make the check again then, Ashoxa.
I don't know, but we'll
Oh,
give
look
it
for
a
secret
shot.
compartments and such. There's always all sorts of desks with secret compartments. What are you
Hi.
doing?
So,
This seems like a waste of time.
Takurion and Ashoxa, these notes are in a bizarre order, and it's really hard to locate what they are, but you do get useful information. The word infernal is brought up a lot. The word snake is brought up a lot. This bit's written in Elvish, this bit's written in Infernal, which, Ashoxa, you read that it says the language on the door is of the old Infernal tongue. Make a history check.
Oh boy.
Bubbly.
Oh, look at that.
Well, you don't know much about the old Infernal tongue other than that it is old and no longer used.
Are you reading any of this out loud?
That is up to them.
Ashoxa mentions that she notices the word snake several times and that some of it is written in Infernal.
Does it
but,
say anything about a mirror?
It is talking about the mirror, yes. It also mentions that a sacrifice is almost certainly needed.
Well,
Yeah, so is the sacrifice
What
part
is-
in Infernal?
yeah.
Like, can these guys read that?
That is in common.
Ah.
alright. Gail. Gail.
Gregorian, as you
Oh,
approach
what?
the mirror,
Sorry, I mean, quill is rather nice. I'm gonna take the quill. Anywho.
you take the lovely orange quill. Dracorian, as you approach, you see the mirror before you, and it is fine, ornate, and gorgeous. The entire frame is made out of perfectly carved ivory, and the symbol of a coiled white snake curling around a detailed rose and biting its top petals is there, as blood drips across the top, revealing writing at the top that is written in Infernal. Akshasa, you read the writing at the top, and it states, "Let he who has committed to fire and death free him.
What
Yeah.
are you hoping about? What, spit it out? What does this say? are you looking at
are either of you two familiar with fire and or death?
Oh, fire, death, big
I
fan,
know all
yeah.
about fire.
All
I
too
love
intimately.
fire.
I'm
Right,
Also a
death.
fire
well-
lover.
If you want to be friends with what's in that mirror, let you who's familiar with fire and death do so.
Be friends? Does it say be friends with? That sounds like a very strange mirror. I don't trust
It is quite a fascinating mirror.
Plus, there's these obvious signs that someone was either exploded or burned to death right here.
Oh, yes,
Can I just
there
look
is-
around at the scene?
there
I
is
want to
the-
take a bit of this dust
Yes.
and put it on my finger.
Oh,
and
you
maybe
go
give
and
it a
touch.
taste.
You go and touch the ashen outline, and there's physically nothing there. You touch it, that's not
Right.
dust, it feels like normal wood. But there's
Yeah.
clearly an outline. You taste it, and it tastes like dried old wood. There's just
Oh, it's just
nothing there.
wood. Yeah, what a
But you
letdown.
see the outline. This is actual dust, though.
Ah, I'll go over there and taste that.
Alright, that is just ash and dirt. Something has been burned there.
Yeah.
Make me an investigation check.
Definitely burned.
Ashoxa kind of moves around the mirror just to see if there's anything behind it or on the back.
Give me a perception check.
What? No.
You find that this place, that fire has been here, and that a
Ooh.
dark magical spell has also been casted here. You can't discern exactly which type, but you know it is something damaging. Ashoxa, you were distracted because a fucking centipede was climbing up the side, and you instinctually jump a little as it was reaching for you. And you take a
hell
step
no.
back.
Oh, afraid of bugs, are we? Here, let me take a look. I'll try to put it in a jar.
Give me an
Yeah.
animal handling check.
Good luck with that.
Oh, he's a fine specimen. You ought to just give these things a chance. They're like little dogs.
It pricks you,
Ow!
and
This
it
was
drops
not
to the
like a
floor
dog.
and crawls
Oh.
away.
Damn a little beast.
Yeah.
I'll get you next time.
Real friendly dog you got there.
Geralt kind of gets on all fours and crawls towards the centipede.
It crawls under a floorboard and makes its escape.
Oh, I'll get you. Just have to be patient.
So does this tell us where to find the mirror, or should we just start moving? We don't have
I
much
think
time.
this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
the
yeah.
mirror.
This is the mirror. To clarify, in case that wasn't obvious.
I mean, we're supposed to take it. I don't think we need to really do
This
anything.
is how do we know it's the mirror?
Yeah.
though? Is there a way to
How do
check?
we know it's not the mirror?
Well, it has some sort of strange indentation and.
Do you see the outline of the person that no longer exists on the floor?
Yes, but I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of mirrors that could do that.
Not
That
every
could've been-
mirror just disintegrates whoever's in front of it. Okay?
It could have been some children.
You're an expert.
Children.
Could be the kids.
Children
Some skeletal children
disintegrated
could have
it.
drawn that on the floor.
Oh yeah,
could be-
skeletal children can draw invisible markings on the ground.
It could be an art museum or an
Yeah.
exhibit of some sort.
Are you
Well,
too
we have-
serious?
What if?
How did you
I
guys
have,
live
I have
this
an
long?
idea, Gail, I have an idea. Put the spider you captured. Put it in a circle.
It got away from me. He
Oh, put
always
this. Do you have the
away.
centipede? Did you catch the centipede?
Oh, he's under these floors. Let me go see if I can get him. Come on out,
Roll
little
me-
guy.
Roll me another animal handling check as you go for the centipede.
You want to help me out here? We could be little adventuring pals.
Yay! You
Like that.
put your fingers down the crevice.
I
and
take out some of the aquatic foliage and I dangle it in front
Ah.
of the floor.
Oh.
It pierces it and grabs it, and you manage to pull it out. And
Oh, you like
catch it in a
that?
jar.
I like that. Yes, gotcha.
Thump. You got it.
Alright, I walk over. I grab the jar from your hand, and I'm gonna place it in
Hey,
like the
that's mine.
circle.
What are
Well,
you
it's
doing?
mine now. I'm gonna place
Place
it right
it
in the
on
circle.
the stand before the mirror,
What are you doing with Pippin?
and
Well.
it reflects in the mirror.
Pippin, I'm sure everything will be fine.
Is the
You named him
centipede
already.
familiar with fire and death?
I'm gonna pick up the mirror, or try to. How heavy is it?
It's pretty heavy. You, what's your strength, Draco?
I'm pretty yoked.
17. Yeah, you can lift this mirror, but like you're gonna have both hands, and you're gonna have to.
Yeah, I'm just like kind of angle it towards the jar. Like, let's see if something happens to it.
Yep. It reflects the jar.
You two are like children.
What? I'm no child.
All right. Well,
If you guys want to determine the magical nature of the mirror, you can make an Arcana check. All of you may do this.
I don't like
yes,
messing
of
with that
course.
Arcana
Oh
stuff.
yeah, Arcana, my obvious strength. Look at
But-
that. Oh,
Mine
look
is
at that.
Hey, who's the child now, huh?
Alright, color me a little impressed.
Nice. Gale succeeds and determines that yes, there is in fact a way to, air quotes, activate this mirror. 2 forms of damage need to be dealt to someone standing in before it, where the circle has been placed. It's not an exact that circle, it is in that location where the circle has been placed. You're
Right, I know
definitely
I know how to turn
certain.
this thing on, but you're
One-
not going to like it.
You're definitely certain that fire needs to be out to someone standing there, and something darker.
Dark?
Oh dear.
I don't have any dark abilities.
Oh, 23 is quite high, actually. You know that necrotic damage needs to be dealt. Both fire and necrotic damage need to be affected someone on that circle, and the mirror will, air quotes,
Do we-
activate.
Do we have any
Alright.
necrotic damage though?
Look,
I don't
look.
believe
No.
I think I know
I
how to turn
say
this
we
thing-
take the
but not
mirror
to be
and
the
get the hell out of here. We found it.
Yeah, I don't know.
We
if
did
need
what
to
we were
really be
supposed
touching
to
these things.
do.
We don't really know what it does, and telling by the scorch marks in the wood, nothing good for Pippin here. And we can't hurt Pippin. He's my favorite.
Big Red and Stupid can carry it out of here. Come on.
What?
Come on,
Hey,
Big Red.
hey, that's you don't address the team leader like that.
I've got
Good
Pippin. You got
save.
the mirror.
Pick it up. You want your payment, don't you?
All right, I'm gonna do a strength check and try to carry it out of here. Or just can I just
You
grab it
don't
and
need to
start
do
moving it?
strength checks, but you will be at half movement if you're carrying
Should
the mirror.
we cover it? I don't know if its reflection is just gonna suddenly activate and
We should have
kill
brought
us
a.
all.
See, I thought it was gonna be like a hand mirror. If I knew it was gonna be this size, I would have brought a dolly or something.
Good boy.
Oh yeah.
You
Come
want
on.
to search the room?
Oh yeah. Maybe we should take a look around.
Alright, give me investigation checks from all of you.
There's some drapes over here.
Or perception.
I'll do perception.
I'll do investigation. Oh,
Ooh.
natural 20!
So,
I might
both
be
of
an
you.
an old fool, but I still got it.
Both of you look around. These curtains would suffice if you were to rip them off and look out to the street. There are these unopened chests here. That'll
Yeah,
stand.
I
Roxa
think we should look
gravitates
through those.
immediately towards the chest.
Yeah, it's sort of your
Are any of the
I-
chests locked?
They all seem to be locked, yes.
All right, I'm gonna also put like a sheet or a bedroll or something over the mirror. to stop
Yeah,
it
you
from-
have a bedroll on you, you can do that.
Okay, I'm gonna like cover it up and then start carrying it out.
Do thieves' tools count as lockpicks?
Yes, lockpicks are part of these.
Thieves tools.
Can I pick the lock of this topmost chest here?
Right, as you're proficient in it, give me a sleight of hand check, please. This is the same modifier as tools check.
Okay.
21. Click! You open the chest, and inside it, you find it's very old, very dusty. There's a few spider webs, a few bugs crawl out the way, but you find 21 gold coins and a silk robe.
Ah.
Robe is not ominous at all, but I'll take those coins. I mean,
Now, on a
add them
scale
to-
of 1 to Blood God, how culty is this robe?
It's pretty normal. It's more like a tabard of sorts that goes over just the chest and drapes down to the knees.
What a letdown.
Yeah, do you want this, Gale? And she kind of holds out the robe.
No, it's not really my style. And as
No.
you go over to him, he's sort of like knocking on the middle chest, put his ear to it, and says, "Ah, yes, wood."
Okay. I will state that it's silk's quite valuable material. That's worth a pretty penny. You're gonna have to find someone to buy it off you, though.
Since Gale doesn't want it, Ashoxa is gonna just pack it in for now, and she's gonna go down to this second chest here while they have some time, and try to pick that one as well.
I'm gonna. This mirror's very heavy. I'm gonna leave without you guys. You better hurry up.
Ah,
No.
yes, also wood.
Oh dear lord.
So,
Somebody help me.
as you click the chest, the door opens, and revealing that there is 7 gold coins and a small metal rod. Seems to be made of gold.
Ashoxa doesn't take the time to inspect this at this point. She just shoves the coins into her pockets and then takes the shiny metal rod as well. And just looks over towards towards her companion in
yes, this one too is wood. Who would have
And which one did you knock on there, sorry, Gail?
I just gotta go down the line here.
You knocked on this one at any point?
Yeah, I did.
Alright, as you knocked your hand, the first knock goes in, and the second knock, your hand is stuck.
Oh.
You look, and you lift it a little to see that there's a purple mucus that's sticking your hand. And
Not wood! Not wood!
the chest starts shaking as a gnarling is heard, and the chest is revealed to be a mimic.
Oh,
not
no.
Wood! Not wood!
Dracorion says what he said about putting it in. He then puts down the mirror, turns beside him to watch the door close itself as an intimidating pale-skinned figure closes and locks the door. And we're gonna roll initiative.
Oh, I've got this under control.
Are you kidding me?
I'm telling you, it's definitely not wood.
Gale, you fell for the oldest trick in the book.
Alright.
What did I do?
Children. All of you.
Top of the round. Ashoxa, you're up. You are not surprised, and you look forward to see the snarling chest that is biting Gale, and you look up at Dracorion that has a very intimidating figure stepping towards.
Alright, Dracon, you can handle yourself for like 2 minutes, right? You two, sir, just give me a moment.
I'm also
And she
carrying the mirror.
she kind of walks
You did put down the mirror. I'm gonna let you.
She walks down to where Gale is
Please wanna
stuck
give
with
me
the
a hand
mimic, and
here.
she's gonna take a stab at the mimic with her daggers.
Alright, give me an attack with a dagger.
I'm not being grappled at all, am I? I just have purple goo on me.
You are stuck to him.
I'm stuck.
Hang on, I think you're technically... that definitely hit, by the way. Roll critical damage.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Oh, nice.
Yes, you are grappled by him.
Oh my god.
But you do 10 bloody points of damage to him, which is nice.
Shoxa doesn't have time for this.
Alright, and as you can attack again as your bonus action with the other dagger.
And she's gonna do that, yeah.
Just tired of this old man.
That hits, roll damage.
Whole 24 hours they spent together.
4 points of damage. Alright, that's about most of your movement. Is that all you are going to do?
Oh, wash my hand. You nearly stabbed me.
Alright,
You know
that
what?
is
I
your
don't think
turn.
it'd be that much a loss. Calm down.
The mimic is up. And as you're stuck in the mimic's grasp, it sort of opens up the top of the chest, letting the front of your body fall into it and chomps down at your chest.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
God.
And as a 13 to hit,
Oh, dear. Let me look here.
Does this
Yeah,
mimic
it
have
definitely hits. It's NAC. What the? What?
does this mimic have like a really ugly tongue too?
oh yeah,
Like it's
Yeah, I mean-
drooling?
oh it's hideous. Yeah.
Oh,
I
it's
mean,
gross.
Yeah, I'm covered in goo.
Not only you're getting ew.
Take 8 points of piercing damage.
All
my
right, that's
God.
nearly half of my health. We're on to great start.
Oh my god.
You don't have shield. Oh no. Oh dear.
Nope,
Oh dear.
it's fine. Everything's under control.
All right.
Keep stabbing it.
That is the mimic's turn. Drakoran, you turn to see this figure put with a large warhammer, rest it on his shoulder, takes 1 step forward and just looks at you and goes, "So who are you supposed to be? The entourage?"
Yo.
You're his
listen.
cousin.
No. Wait. Really? Never mind. Are you guys okay back there? Listen,
Really?
me and my
You turn
friends
your
are
head.
just trying to get out of here. We don't like the
Everything's
skeletons. We don't like
You
the
turn
skeletons
your
just
head.
like you.
As a hammer just clomp. Ooh. God damn. Okay.
That definitely is gonna land.
And that takes 7 points of damage.
Wait,
Not Demarge.
hold on.
You will
Ow.
take full damage, unfortunately, because you are not yet raging.
So did Karakov close the door behind him?
He locked the door behind him, yes.
Oh, that's scary. He's confident.
Oh yes.
Is it still then my turn?
It is now your turn. Yes.
Okay.
Do you want me to mark that damage for you, or do you...
I wrote it down in. Yeah, can you do it for like? How do you want us to do it? Like, is there a spot? Like,
You can just edit yourself either by right-clicking on your token and changing the number at the bottom, or going onto your sheet and changing the left number of the 2 hit points.
Okay, so 26.
Yeah. Hang on, I need a calculator because I'm big dumb. Yes, you should have 25 health.
Oh, 25.
There you go. Alright. But it is now your go, Draco.
Okay, that's obviously gonna make me a little angry.
Oh, yes.
So I'm still kind of new to the. So I can go.
As a bonus action, you can rage.
Okay. So
Making
I
you
would rage
deal
before
more
I
damage and
Or do
take
I-
half as much. It's a bonus action. So in
attack.
combat, you
I
have an
should
action.
attack first.
It doesn't. You should bonus action rage first because then you get, I think, a bit more damage on your.
He's
Okay,
asking
so
if
I'm
he
gonna-
can do it first.
You can, yeah, if you want to, yes.
Okay. Perfect.
The you have a movement, bonus action, and an action. You also have a free action, which is usually dialogue.
Well, it looks like you and I are not gonna be friends, and get really angry, and then rage, and then I'm just gonna go for a great axe attack.
Do you attack recklessly? As you are a barbarian, you can do so.
Uh-uh.
Reckless attack means you
I
attack
need
at
to-
advantage, but it would have advantage to attack you.
But attack rolls against you have advantage until your next turn. No, just because I'm kind of like far away from people. I guess I'll just be kind of safe with it.
All right.
Just a normal,
Make a
normal, great axe swing.
You have to roll it.
There we go. So I'll do the first one, normal.
That hits. Roll damage.
And damage. Yeah. Taste the blade.
Ah.
Taste the rainbow.
That's his catchphrase, really? I think that's already
Nah.
right.
You think so?
You slam it into his chest. Looks down
This-
and pushes it away for a second.
Still
hurt him.
time to talk this out.
This is how he talks.
At the end of
That's
your
the end of
turn.
that's me and my turn. I don't think I can do anything
Alright.
else.
Gale! Bad, slimy, sticky, oozy boy.
I see. Yes, well, this is a situation that really seems to call for either Witch Bolt or Firebolt, but as my hand is currently inside of the beast, I think I'll just go with Firebolt.
Okay, it is a ranged spell, so I think you attack it.
Oh, I'm gonna be at
And-
disadvantage on it. I don't have anything that's melee. I do have my quarterstaff. I'm just gonna hit it with my staff. Wait, what?
Bonk!
No, I don't think that's gonna be enough.
They're not too hard to hit.
Oh, wait.
It is
Can
a
I take the
sentient
disengage
pool of
action,
ooze.
or is that just? Don't I take a?
As
can
an
I...
action, oh, you're grappling, so you'd have to make a either athletics or acrobatics check.
I am terrible at both of those things. So I think. Oh wait. Okay. All right. So I think I'm gonna use Firebolt, but I also have
Disadvantage.
Saving Face if I miss. Yeah. With
Oh,
disadvantage.
yes, you do. That's a good one. I forgot about hobgoblins, yeah.
So attack, disadvantage.
6 does not hit, I'm afraid.
I'm gonna use Saving Face. So what does that do exactly? It's going to give me a bonus to the roll equal to the number of allies I can see. Okay, that's not worth it actually.
So that's...
No, I'm not gonna use it. That'd only be not. That'd be 8.
That'd be,
so,
yeah.
it's
Still
not worth it.
the mimic, yeah.
Yeah, I guess I can try that. But yeah, so that will probably be my turn. Firebolt is an action. That is rough.
Poof! You see the fire shoot out from his hands and it just turns into a bubble. And the mimic goes... just burps it out. In a disgusting display.
As a bonus action, I will cast Wizardly Quill and start drawing what the insides of this thing looks like.
Oh, lovely. Very
I mean, if
detailed.
I'm gonna die, might as well leave behind some notes.
Alright, start of round 2.
Alright.
I forgot your name again.
Ashoxa.
Ashoxa.
Sorry,
Say it 3 times right now so you remember.
Ashoxa.
There you go, not so bad.
Ashoxa is kind of flabbergasted at the sight of this man being half-eaten by a mimic and still taking the time to try and draw out said mimic.
Under control.
But she goes ahead and she takes a stab at the mimic with her daggers because she wants to finish this as quickly as possible.
Give me an attack.
And
All that hits.
murder time.
6. Oh yeah.
Oh dear.
And then she's gonna use her bonus action to do the same thing.
That hits. Roll damage. And minus another 5. Oh, and roll another 2d6 because I forgot last round. So roll 4d6, actually.
Okay. And
Go, rogues.
And 14. Oh my god.
Man, get me out of here.
That
I'm
definitely
lying!
hurt it quite a bit. It's now, let's see, it is an ooze, so let's do this.
I didn't live this long to die like this.
Nah, it's done. It's gonna hold its ground.
Oh my god.
It's the dumb ooze thinking about it. Alright. Speaking of dumb ooze, hey, guess who's biting again?
Hello.
I'm so sorry, Sauce. You got really screwed here.
I mean, I got
Uh, 17.
No, no. Yeah, no.
Oh my god!
oh no!
It has 2d8s?
Oh, the acid. It's the acid. So I'm down.
Yeah. You are
No, I
unconscious. Yes.
pass out.
He's swallowing
Ow.
him.
Ow.
I am trying to kill it! I didn't
something.
tell him to knock on the chest!
You watch as Gale's legs sort of sweep up into the air as his head slowly sinks into the chest. As you
No,
are brought
bad mimic.
unconscious.
Drop it!
Bad
Drop
boy,
it.
sit. Oh dear.
Oh my god. Kind of dealing with something up here. Can you guys get it together?
Gargov, a bit pissed that you had the audacity to just hit him. It's gonna hit you back. And a 16, does that hit?
I believe so. I think I'm
That
only.
just hits, yes.
I'm at 15.
That just hits. So you take 5 halved to round it down, so you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Because you are raging.
Yes.
Oh, and also you do bonus damage when you're raging, don't you? So you should have done an additional 2, so let me mark that now. But, yeah, and he just smashes the hammer against you, and you grab it with your hand and do not look happy. It is now your go.
I kind of want to drop back to help.
You can use your
Shots,
action to disengage.
Okay, I will. I'm gonna attempt to disengage.
Alright, you move a square for free, as your action is spent away. You now have 30 feet of movement and a bonus action.
Alright,
So this
we
plays
will. We will move to try to help out with the minute. Was that too far? Shit. Was that
You
too
were,
far?
hold on, you were here. You can just make that, yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, sorry, I didn't realize.
I don't think you
And then
can.
bonus. Can I bonus action attack or no?
No, you gotta be dual wielding to do that.
Okay.
Oh,
Then
nice
I
of you to join
will.
us, Dracon.
Yes, I
It
will.
wasn't very smart to leave the guy with the warhammer at my back.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to help out, assist however I can, and that's the end of my.
You
Oh,
can.
there's a-
So I'll be generous. As your bonus action, you can try and pull his body out of the mimic.
Okay.
do.
How
So
do you
give
want me
me
to do that?
athletics, please. There's a
Got it.
DC you've got to meet. That does not meet
let
it.
go of him. He's not even that tasty.
You grab his britches and you start pulling, but unfortunately he's just stuck in there.
God.
Gale can hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, by the, Ashoxa, there's an angry guy at the front door.
You don't say!
I don't know if you saw that, but
No, I saw it. I thought
might
you
need
were
to handle
handling
that.
it, but I guess I was wrong. God.
oh, I thought you were handling this, but I was wrong.
Do you see how bloodied it is?
Gale,
Do you
make
see
me a
it?
death
That
saving
is
throw.
my work.
Where am I?
Ashoxa, you are being eaten by the ooze.
I knew he would just get in the way.
If you look on your sheet, you just look on the bit at the bottom below your health. It says death saves. Just click on the word death saves.
Oh, okay.
It should roll it for you.
Yeah. Nice.
It is just at D10. There's no modifier to death saves.
Wait, why is it adding a... Okay, there we go.
Oh dear. Yep, that's a fail. You failed your first death saving throw.
No. Okay.
Ashoxa, you're up.
Alright, I'm gonna take another stab at this mimic because I need to get this guy done as
I'm
fast
so
as
sorry,
possible.
Sourced.
Wasn't supposed to go like this.
Saw someone in my chat said, "Man got killed by furniture."
True. They're not wrong. Oh, PN2M? Yeah, I did, dude.
That misses, unfortunately.
I'll use my bonus action to stab at it again.
Section, make another attack.
Oh,
That misses.
oh no!
Oh no!
Please.
The mimic is then going to spit out Gale, and he flops to the side, and he's going to turn to Drakorion, because it doesn't like the big guy. Because it's not very smart. It is then going to latch out its tongue and try and swick at it in a very disgusting motion. Does a 19 hit you, Drakorion?
Yes.
Right. You take 6, half to 3. So you take 3 points of damage.
This is starting to hurt.
Yeah.
You are then pulled closer to the mimic. Please make me either an athletics or acrobatics check.
You guys are going to kill me. I swear to God.
At least you got the pseudopod and not the acid attack.
You fail and you are pulled in and are now grappled by the mimic.
No!
We're gonna
Just
die in
no.
the chest.
Oh
I
dear.
love it. Keep going. Just go further in. Just burrow. He won't be expecting it.
Oh boy, here we go.
He's
Hi!
gonna come over and
How you
smash my skull
doing?
in.
He's gonna raise the hammer up above as you turn around. Tries to
Yeah.
drop it on your head. Does a 14 hit.
I have 14 armor.
Then meat hits, unfortunately.
Alright.
There it is.
Yep, then he hits
As you
me.
take 5 points of bludgeoning
That's
damage.
not that much. It's not 18.
Can you
That's
do
good.
anything? Yeah. No. As he just blocks you round the
Ashoxa
shoulder.
looks towards Drakon's like half swallowed body, and she just goes, "This is all your freaking fault."
Speaking of freaking fall, Drakorion, it's your go.
Alright, I'm gonna get out.
You want to escape the grapple?
Yes.
Roll me
Escape
an
this room,
athletics or
room.
acrobatics. No, this classes as your bonus action, by the way. It usually is an action, but oh, that does not make it, I'm afraid.
Let go of me.
You can just attack it if you wish, though.
I
No
gotta attack
negative
it.
when you're being grappled by it.
What do I do then? Just
To hit it with your axe again.
Smash.
Alright, I can do that.
Do you want a reckless or normal?
Oh, I'm reckless.
Alright, attack at
What's
advantage.
going on?
I'm pissed.
Oh! Roll critical
Yeah, you
damage.
Okay.
Ah, you damn piece of furniture!
Perfect barbarian.
Nice.
That is exactly how many hit points it had.
Yes!
As you slam your axe into the middle of the creature, it slowly inflates into a bubble and then pops into a disgusting
Absolutely
mess.
disgusting. You
As
serious?
an understatement.
If I was conscious, I would definitely be getting it scrapped.
It's in between
Gale.
my scales.
Kale, make me a death saving throw.
Alright, let's see how close to the grave I can get. Somebody please, God, stabilize me.
Oh
No, at least it's not a 1. At least it's not a 1.
Oh
Somebody stabilize me, please.
Two more to make.
It's not looking good.
Ashoxa, you're up. Big angry vampire man. Oh dear.
Ashoxa looks between the vampire and Gale's corpse.
Gale's half dissolved face.
You gotta give
I'm
me
just
mouse to
like,
mouse,
is
Draco.
it really the smartest idea for me to try to help this guy right now? With the really
I will
angry
say,
vampire?
Character-wise, probably not actually.
Probably
I
not.
will say,
So she's...
in my game, I apply a flanking rule in which if an ally is directly opposed to another enemy, so say you were here and Dracorion was here, you would get advantage on the attack.
Yes, but Drakorion's not there, and the only other person there is a body right now.
Just to clarify for future sake, you can also move
You can pass
freely. Yeah, you can move freely around an opponent without encouraging attacks of opportunity. You only encourage an attack of opportunity when you leave their range.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess I'm gonna move this way.
Is Dracorion right after Meepa?
And,
He is.
I'm gonna take a stab
The
at
vampire is.
vampire dude.
All right, give me a stab.
Stabby stab. Stab time.
Never.
That hits. Roll damage and roll sneak
I
attack.
could roll a 10.
Let's
Oh,
sneak attack
I'm
again.
so sorry.
It's
roll
2d6.
Yeah.
Boom. And I'm gonna take another stab at him.
Stab is bonus action. That hits. Roll damage.
Eat him.
7. He is still up, but my god, is he pissed. Sort of.
I don't
Ton.
appreciate the warhammer to the face. I could have had a nice conversation, but no. I am surrounded by idiots, and so we have to answer everything with swords. Well, did you like that, my friend?
That is your turn. As he turns to you, his eyes glow red for a moment, and he says, "Who is this vile woman?" And he attempts to grapple you. Give me an acrobatics or athletics check.
Okay, we'll do acrobatics. Oh, wow. That is impressive.
Luckily, he rolled worse. As he goes to grab you, and he does manage to grab your wrist, and you slip your hand out of it at the last second as he
She
fails.
kind of just, as she slips free, she kind of just backhands him. Like, don't touch me.
All right, that is his action. Dracorion, you're up.
Yes. I am just gonna bonk him on the back of the head. Really.
You give him a bonk. If you, you have advantage because you are flanking now.
I'm gonna die.
Should I still do that with my great axe or?
Yes. Wow, it's probably better. Attack at advantage. That hits. Roll damage. He is dead.
I'm just gonna lightly tap him on the back of the head and
Lightly cave in his skull, chopping it in half, splitting open his face as he falls to his knees and drops.
Since Karakov is down, can Ashoxa now move down and stabilize Gale?
It is the end of combat. Both of you may now make a medicine check, yes.
He's
Or
got
one of
sick
you at a
Don't
time.
worry, I have the gentlest hands and
Oh no,
all
I'm
of the
so
valley.
dead. I'm so dead.
Fails.
Definitely not Ashoxa.
Dracorion, make a medicine check.
Don't worry,
Yeah,
this
it's
isn't
alright,
gonna
I
hurt
didn't
at
care
all.
about this guy anyways.
You just succeed. So, Gale is still unconscious, but he's now stabilized.
Yes,
So he's no longer dying. And that is the end of initiative.
I knew you'd get in the way. I'm gonna start looting the guy. This guy really ticked me off. What is this guy all about?
He has a warhammer and a full plate suit of armor.
Can I use any of that?
Use the warhammer.
Is the warhammer better than my great axe?
A warhammer is a versatile weapon, meaning you can wield it in one hand or two. It is a d8 damage when it's in one hand and a d10 in two.
I guess it's up to your preference.
Yeah. I'm just gonna look at it for a little bit and think about it, and then
Love
check his
looting.
pockets and whatnot. Try
Full
to
plate
figure it
armor, by
out.
the way, is expensive. Even though you can't use it, it's valuable. We're talking 1,000 gold.
Since Gale is stabilized for now, Ashoxa's just gonna go to the chest that wasn't a mimic, and she kind of inspects it
No,
first to make
no,
sure.
let's-
There's another
It's
one.
not-
Yeah, if it's
It's
another
not a
mimic.
mimic.
Give me,
No way, there's two of them.
give me a perception check.
Oh Jesus, it's definitely another mimic.
Like two mimic, like one mimic's always good enough. Two, that's a little much.
That's a bit
Even
over.
for
19. There,
bunch
it
of
is not in
skeletons.
fact breathing.
Yay!
Alright, so she takes the time to lockpick this chest and open it up and see what's in it.
Alright, I'm so sorry. There is a potion of healing. Genuinely a potion of healing
Hey,
in
that's
there.
pretty good.
Hey, this
And
worked
there
out.
is 12 gold.
Ashoxa looks towards Gale while balancing the potion of healing in her hands, and she debates on it a little bit. She's like,
Yeah.
I don't appreciate that vampire hitting me with that warhammer, but
Yeah. Well, we gotta
I
get out of here,
appreciate
so.
this guy making me look like an idiot even less. So
Oh.
I'm just gonna.
What are you?
He's dragged me back to safety.
Okay, I'll drag you kind of to the door.
You can
and
use
I'll-
the mirror as a gurney.
We need. What did you get out of the chest? Did you get it?
Oh, he had a
Nothing,
key on him
nothing.
to unlock the door, by the way. I should probably unlock the door now, yeah. Do you give him the potion then?
Ashoxa's thinking about it, but she hasn't revealed that she even has the
Listen,
potion yet. So.
We're gonna have to leave. We're gonna have to
man.
leave him here. Do you want to leave Gale behind?
I
Oh,
wouldn't carry
no.
it away.
Why? You can
Well-
use the mirror as a gurney.
I feel like we need him and his
Reason.
dragons with our
What
other
has
dragons.
he
and
done that has
If
been
we show up,
remotely
if we
useful?
show up without Gale and we get on our dragons, and that
Well-
dragon's left here alone, I'm not leaving an orphan dragon in this world.
I'm not leaving a dragon orphan.
Ashoxa thinks about the dragon, and then she thinks about Shadowbane, and she would be really sad if Shadowbane never got to see her again. So, for the dragon's sake, she passes the potion of healing to Drakon. Here, this is what I found.
And I tilt Gale's head back, and I just
Tilt it
Dump it
back,
down.
help it down his throat.
yeah.
Roll 2d4 plus 2.
Meanwhile,
Roll it,
Ashoxa
It doesn't
finishes
really matter.
looting the body
You
and
You roll
gets
it.
the key.
You roll it. It's your health.
2d4 plus 2.
Yep.
And she unlocks the door. While they're
Alright.
taking care of that.
Nice.
7, you are conscious again. And up to 7 HP.
Welcome back.
Oh, I'm alive! I just pat over my belongings, I check all of my trinkets, and I look at Pippin. I say, Pippin, I'm alive!
The centipede curls up into a ball. Well, not a ball, but like a spiral.
Good to see you too, little buddy. All right, what's happening? What's going on?
Oh, you got it.
We're leaving.
A mimic just ate you.
Purple viscous goo.
All right. Do we want to take his plate
I'm still
armor?
covered in it.
I think we're gonna leave the plate armor behind. It's quite heavy.
It's
But we
very
could
heavy, yes.
We could put the plate armor on the mirror. We'd probably scratch it, but who cares, right?
I think our employers would care quite a bit, and I'd
Can we
like to
each
get
carry a
paid.
piece?
In this century,
Alright.
preferably.
Fine. All right. I grab
What
the
are
mirror.
you
Leave
in
the
such
plate
a
armor
rush
behind.
for?
I leave
Did
the
you
plate armor
not
behind.
notice
and I
that
leave
we
the
just
hammer.
fought a mimic and a vampire lord? Do you think that sort of stuff goes unnoticed around here?
Miss, I just saw the light before my eyes and my entire life flash in an instant.
Listen, we
Alright.
need
I
to
need
get
nothing
out
to
of
me.
here.
Yep, I agree.
Alright.
Cover me. Cover me. I'm gonna drag the mirror out. Someone check the door. Check outside. What do you see? Crack it open.
What?
You open the door, you see skeletons that seem to have just suddenly dropped, as their master is no longer empowering them.
Dead
Oh.
skeletons. I see dead skeletons.
But you do see the 2 wyverns from earlier flying overhead,
Oh
as
dear.
if they're searching
And
for
I
something.
see dragons. So...
Dragons?
Well.
Well, I studied them.
Fun times.
Oh.
Yeah, well...
So, you, if you want to drag the mirror out through the streets, you will have to make stealth checks opposing the 2 wyverns' perceptions. Luckily, you are now within whistling range of your wyverns.
I can lay down another fog cloud.
That would give you advantage.
Yeah, we need to get out of here. Preferably without having to
Hello?
scrap with those things.
All right, I'm
Listen,
gonna go up to the keyhole, and I'm going to
someone go
my
get their
smoke out.
someone go get their dragon, and we'll toss the mirror on the dragon, and we'll go.
Well, Ashoxa looks at him and he just goes, I would, but there's two of them circling, and I have no way of blocking their view from above, so...
You said you were the stealthy one.
I am.
Hold on,
I would
hold
prefer better chances than you lugging a giant
Place the
mirror
template
around.
there, Gale.
Yep, I gotta
well.
think where I want to put it.
I think I can only put it like outside of the door, right? I can't really put it around the wall.
How big is it again? It's 20
It's
foot?
20 feet, yeah.
I could say you could put it anywhere from the building, to be a little more generous.
Alright. I guess I'll put it here.
Alright, so mad dash to the dragons?
Yeah,
Yes?
that's enough to give you advantage just overall to the door, yeah. So all of you give me stealth checks at advantage. This is another group check.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the fog is completely safe to breathe, I think.
Very
Well, it's
good.
mostly safe. Oh,
Very
sorry.
good.
Well, that's pretty good. I think it's something to take
Yeah,
that.
okay. The
Yeah, these
life
wizards
drinker
see
wyverns do
nothing.
not see you as you, carrying the mirror on your back, make it back to your wyverns. Dog the Dragon seems completely unamused. Valek seems to raise up his head as he seems to be biting something, and Shadowbane can't stop patting his little wings on the ground. So happy to see you.
Somebody
Shadowbane is
help me tie
doing
this.
Happy Wyvern tippy taps.
Yes,
He
yes.
really is.
So,
Adorable. Or she.
I start tying up the
It's a
mirror on
he.
the back of dog.
you tie up the mirror. It's pretty secure.
Alright.
I show Balak Pippin. You got a good little friend here, Balak.
We
Kind
need
of
to
like puts
somehow-
his nose up against it.
We're gonna have to somehow stealthily get out of here without being seen by those other dragons that were flying about.
Ah, yes, of course. Well,
Ashoxa
Let
can
me see
already
what
be
I've got
seen
here
kind of
in this
like,
big old
she's
book.
on the back of her dragon and she's slowly making her way out to the water, but they're like in the water a little bit to
You
reach
swim your
the-
way out until you're at a certain distance. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Dog doesn't like swimming.
Since she and her dragon are just so dark, and it's already like permanently night and foggy around here, the idea is they won't notice her.
I'd say, yeah, if you all swim out, you do not need to make another check, and I'd say you will manage to successfully make it out into the open water yet again.
swim.
However,
So
there's a bit of a
go-
problem. As you're going out to the open water, as you're swimming your way back, you unfortunately notice that 4 life drinker wyverns return as they were victorious, and the 3 knights that were escorting you are no longer in the land of the living and have been added to the vampire's army of the dead.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, just our luck.
Maybe they'll leave us alone.
Yeah, sure.
You really think that's gonna work? I don't know. I could try to charm them. I'm rather
No,
charismatic.
please, no.
Mm,
please.
Put on the old moves.
We need to get, we
Well,
just need to get back towards our employers and see what's what and let them deal with
We
the issue.
need to hide.
We could also hide. Yes.
Let's hide.
Can we? We're in open water. How are we supposed to hide?
Exactly.
There's no land. I look around. I don't.
There's the land continent that you see back behind you, and you look up to open waters. There's probably a few large rocks you can see out into the distance that could house all 3 of you if you're not there for too long.
Wait a minute. I have the perfect idea. I think. Maybe. We'll see. 1 second. Oh boy. Let me see here. Just 1 moment. Just gotta read. He pulls out his giant tome and starts flipping through. There's gotta be something in this book. It's so huge. Oh dear. Oh, I think I might have something. Hold. I do know rope trick, which creates an extra dimensional space that we'd be able to stay in for, I believe, an hour. Yeah, 1 hour.
That's enough to have a short rest.
And so maybe we could speed somewhere, try to get away from them, and then go in the rope trick.
You want to like search for a rock out in the open that's large enough for all of you, essentially.
I mean, it's an extra-dimensional space that we can just sort of chill in. If it's over open water, I don't know if these things
You can
They're
just
undead,
pop it up,
so I
yeah.
don't know if they'll run out of energy.
The problem is you could fit all three of you inside that room. You
But
cannot
not
fit the wyverns.
No.
They're a bit big.
Hmm.
And it is 5 foot.
Yep. Well, that's not gonna work. Never mind. Nothing is useful in this book.
Slams
Oh.
it shut, puts it back on his back.
Here, I thought you had been useful.
I could put us all
Shadowbane
to
and
sleep and make
Ashoxa
our
are just
death easier.
distancing themselves from like the most noticeable pair because Shadowbane is
You're
not
trying
really
to stealth
that
behind them. Less
visible.
noticeable.
a dragon, so just chilling. Don't mind me, guys. I'll be back here.
So do you just fly out and get distance?
I think
Mad
we get
dash.
distance. Yeah, mad dash.
Mad
dash.
dash.
Alright. You are all dashing, so you want to use your action to double your movement speed.
I think
Which
so,
is-
if we can get ahead of him.
Alright, dashing is a very good idea. It will be a bit tiring on your wyvern, so they couldn't do it for too long. But they can certainly dash, doubling your distance. As they were distracted by the battle, they do not follow your leave, and you manage to successfully escape.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't try to charm them.
Into open waters.
We did
As
it.
the sun slowly raises, bringing more light to the dead god in the sky. As you're now in open waters, it smells actually quite nice in Seafair.
Well,
Ah,
I hope,
yes.
I hope this was the right mirror. There's a lot of
We
people
didn't
died
really
for
took.
this.
We didn't take a lot of time to look around, but I'm sure it's it. I mean,
Exactly
it's so dominant.
3 people died for this.
Engraved. Oh
Those,
yeah. I
those
forgot
guards
about
were
them.
definitely dead. We didn't have to go back for them, right? Like they were.
Oh no.
You saw
would
their
we go
wyverns
back
fall
for
out
them?
of the sky.
Yeah, no.
They
they're
knew what
dead.
they were signing up
Ah,
for.
Well, rather they're undead, I suppose.
Well, I'm saying we show back up to the post and we're alive with the mirror. Looks a little sketchy.
What did
Yeah,
you want
sure,
us to
they
show
won't
up as
notice
the
that it's
post undead with the mirror? Do you think that would have made a better impression on them?
I'm saying they might be a little angry, but I don't care.
I mean, they sent them into a frontal assault. They knew
Not my
They knew the
problem.
risk.
Suicide missions are their fault. As
At
long
least
as
we
I
got
get
paid up
paid,
front.
I don't care.
We got paid up front, right? I forget.
Did not.
Oh dear.
No, they have all the gold.
If
Maybe
they had
we
paid
leave
up
out
front,
the
the
detail.
Ashoxa wouldn't
okay.
have even
Just-
made
We
it
get
there.
back, we'll leave out the detail. We have no idea what happened to the other 3.
We
Yeah,
don't
you
have
died.
any
Lost
idea
in
what
the
happened
battle.
to
Died.
the
We'll
other
just
three.
tell the truth.
I died. We rushed out of there, and we have no idea what happened to them.
If you died, you wouldn't be here talking right now.
We have the magic mirror unbroken.
Okay, so I almost died. We have the magic mirror. We have no idea what happened to the other 3.
And if they don't pay us, we break the mirror.
Yes, and if they don't, oh yeah, well maybe. Well, maybe we don't break the mirror. I don't want to let loose whatever's in there without knowing what it is.
Well, if it's really that bad, they'll give us our gold. Just in case.
Ah, we use it as a hostage. Yes,
Yes.
yes. Oh, I like the way you think.
Both are
Drakey.
idiots.
What was your name? Drakon? Sorry.
Drakon.
Ah, what do you say? What?
It's Drakon!
Okay.
Where is the other one?
I don't know. She's somewhere back there.
You look back and a little below you.
Rudy,
is
probably.
a dragon flying a bit more serpent-like underneath you. In comparison to you two.
Shadowbane kind of like looks up when he notices they're looking his way, and you see him like kind of give a weird dragony smile.
He's
Oh,
a good
he's a
boy.
rather good boy, isn't he?
Alright.
He gets a
So-
little excited because he gets attention, so he gets a little closer.
He doesn't get it often, and he likes it. Right, so you're all heading back to Tyr Stolheim, yes? Or the fort, I should say.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
we take the mirror with us and discover its secrets.
luckily,
Obviously, they want their hands on it for some reason.
the 3 of you, as you're just riding your wyverns, get to have a long rest as it takes you all day to get back there.
Yay! So that
There
means
was
our
a
health
fly.
is restored, right?
Yes, you can click on your sheet, and there is a long rest button near the top left, just under
Oh,
your
look at
name.
that.
It automatically applies everything you get on a long rest.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm definitely gonna need.
Yeah,
those.
this program's way better than Roll20.
It is, yeah.
Very
Oh my
smooth, yes.
goodness, like it actually does everything we want it to do. It's insane.
It's amazing.
So that's
As
a
we're taking the
solid,
long rest,
that's a solid bookmark, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so, actually. But as we're taking the long rest, can I think of, can Gale think on the Fort Tierstolm? Tierstolm?
Stolheim.
Tierstolheim, yeah. Can I think of, like, what they've been doing throughout this war, or, like, what they've been trying to accomplish down south, and if they have good intentions?
Give me a history check.
Ah! Finally, a decent roll.
19. The Yaldans, well, when the god died, and all the people had to split away in their cultures and form up their own ways of survival in these trying times, the Yaldams took very different approaches. Of the 3 old Yaldams, one of them became way too aggressive and were nothing but Viking-esque raiders. One of them became too much of explorers and were very much helping to everyone they met. And Tierstolheim was known for being in between, equal parts savage as they are meek. They love trading with their allies and friends, but they also raid and pillage just as much as any others. They do have a huge code of honor, though, and respect. Most people do not like the undead southern kingdoms and try to invade them because in their eyes it's just free land because they don't have any allies. But Tierstolheim probably has ideas of expansion in mind, which most would be okay with, as the northern Yaldams are the smallest of all the lands. They are little more than a collection of islands.
Okay. Alright, that should be all I need to know, unless we want to do anything else. Otherwise,
No, I'm
let's,
good.
Riding into Tierstolheim.
Yeah, I don't know if we have to stop at all, but if we can just do it.
You stopped dashing a few hours into the journey, didn't you? So the wyverns aren't exhausted, they're just
Yeah.
relaxing. Alright. As you flap your wings over, you fly on overhead towards the fort. Strangely enough, there are no guards, there is no activity.
Oh dear.
There doesn't seem to be anyone there, and there seems to be something bizarre about the door. The guards that were there before do not greet you, and the gate is in fact closed. As you fly your wyverns in overhead, there are burn marks, but there's no smoke or ash. Something's not there. I want all of you to make me investigation or arcana checks. Draco's still loading in for some reason. I'll give him a minute.
18.
See.
Come on, get me in.
Right, well, Gale was successful. You notice that there is a burned scorch mark that looks like fire, but it's not fire. It's acid. Acid has been burned up against the wall of this fort, and has
Flashbacks
dissolved
to the
it, but not destroyed it. You look over towards the gate, and the gate is halfway ajar, enough for one of you to just open it fully if you wish. But there is a hand that has been stapled to the top of the door.
That's always a good sign.
I'll
I have a
grab
feeling I'm
grab
not
the
getting
hand and
paid.
I'll grab the hand and rip it off the.
You
door.
rip the hand off. Yep, that's a human hand.
All right, well, another mystery solved. I'll just throw it on the ground if it doesn't look like it's anything significant.
Keep your eyes peeled for those chests. They could be anywhere.
What was the guy's name again? that we-
Shadowbane kind of just
here?
nudges the door open.
The Jarl.
Looks
the
up his
Jarl-
nose.
the
You look
Jarl?
forward. Jarl Tarkon.
Jarl.
You look forward and see the courtyard is completely empty, bar Jarl Tarkon, whose body is standing by unknown means as his head is missing.
Damn it!
What?
I'm not getting paid.
Is
Well,
that really
maybe-
what you're worrying
maybe
about?
they left
Oh,
something
oh my
behind.
goodness.
Where's his little house thing?
Where did everyone go?
There are acid marks and scorches all across the land. The Wyvern towers are half destroyed. There are no bodies and corpses, and there is a clicking noise that can be heard behind the pyre.
Oh.
Oh dear.
As a small head, much smaller than your wyverns, but still nothing to dismiss, pokes round. You give me nature checks as it starts curling round the corner.
I've seen this thing
Ashoxa, out of
before.
instinct, is gonna throw a dagger at it.
Spam.
Ask questions later once it's dead.
Give me an attack roll. At advantage, because it did not see that coming. It's roll damage and sneak attack.
It could be a friend.
And then roll 2d6.
I mean, it could be.
Okay. Okay, you just in Draconic, it screams something. You don't know what it says. Jacorin, you hear it says, "So much for talking." As it roils back.
Ew.
Gonna roll.
Ah.
We'll have this fight and then we'll end the session here.
All right. Were we supposed to talk to it?
All right. Well,
Well,
diplomacy
you
out the
could've.
window.
Initiative begins. Dracorin, you're up.
Oh,
Dog moves when you move, and you have control over his actions. He moves after you move.
Okay. Was I
Don't
able to
kill it. I
maybe
have
like
an idea.
can I understand it? Is it speaking Draconic?
It spoke Draconic, yes. You understood what it said.
Okay.
It's intelligent.
Oh, I will relay what he kind of like mentioned to everybody else, and then I'm gonna try to talk like, okay, we misunderstood. What's the situation? Are you okay? Do you need help?
oh dear.
Is that all you do? You move to there?
Yeah.
Do you crush the standing body of the dead Yarn?
Yeah, with dog.
Yeah,
It doesn't
dog
matter
can
anymore.
crush
He
it.
doesn't have money.
Yeah, dog crushes it.
Wish.
Oh my god.
His body is crushed.
Doesn't have money. What?
Oh,
He had a family.
He
unfortunately,
was also dead, and dog.
the Black Dragon Wormling is now up.
Uh-oh.
As
Did
it,
you say black dragon?
I did.
Oh dear.
As it takes 2 steps forward, breathes back, and going to breathe its acid breath before you. And it's gonna target it at the one that threw a fucking dagger at it.
Barbarian has more self-control than the rogue.
And I need both Ashoxa and Shadowbane to make dexterity saving throws. You can click on the token and then just click on the dexterity saving throw and it'll roll it for you. Ashoxa succeeds and takes half the damage.
Jeez.
Do one for Shadowbane, who unfortunately fails.
Oh no. Not dog. I mean the other
So, Ashoxa, you take 12 damage and Shadowbane takes 24.
Okay, I did 12 and 24 for nobody. Ooh, that's not the right button. I need to be better about this. Okay, 24.
I can do it for you if it's an issue.
My brain is not working at this interval of
It's
time.
alright.
It's 86
Hey.
health, I think he's at.
Yeah, I got a calculator, it's all good.
It did 5d8.
Oh yeah. Right,
Shadowbane kind of lets out this really loud, pitiful
Oh,
and
no.
backs away a step from
Like a
the-
dog whose paw's been stepped on. It is now your go.
My go?
Yes, your Shadowbane goes after you go.
Okay.
You are in complete control of his sheet.
So, Ashoxa
Combat.
at this point has no mercy for the Black Dragon Wormling. Where at one point she was just reacting, now she's out for murder. So, she's gonna throw her dagger at the dragon. And,
Attack roll. Oh, that hits. Roll critical damage, and that is your second dagger thrown, so you're now out of daggers. But roll critical damage,
Gee.
and roll sneak attack.
Holy
my God.
cow.
it's dead!
Jeez! It's a murder machine.
Just tell me
Just-
what your name is.
As the dragon takes a stab at the heart and it just goes...
Ashoxa kind of gets off her wyvern at this point.
As it curls up, dead.
She's just like... That's what I fucking thought. And she pulls out her daggers from the body and just goes back to her wyvern.
Alright, initiative is now over.
Gale takes out his tome, where he wrote down very stabby, and underlines it a few more times.
Alright. You look around the area. Luckily, the 3 gold chests of wealth are still by the war table.
Oh, thank God.
But something else is by the war table.
Ah.
Another wormling. As it crawls out from under. And then another one from out the bush.
Oh. Oh dear, this is not.
Yeah.
And
Alright,
then
pack up.
another one from behind the
Oh.
wood. And then you hear a flapping noise coming from behind the
Alright,
barricades.
Ashoka, how bad do you want this gold?
I want it.
As a younger dragon, but still quite intimidating, flies overhead and places its
No.
claw on the
Not in
table.
front of the gold.
And
Of
it turns to
course.
you. Is this all you want? Pushes forward the chests.
Yeah, that just about sums it. That's literally all we came here for, and all we want to leave with. So,
Then give me the mirror, and you can be gone with this trinket. And he pushes it to the ground.
Oh, yeah, that's
Mirror?
fine.
What in the
Mirror.
world? We don't have a mirror. Ashoka. No, we have the mirror.
I just want my payment.
uh,
I don't care about the
How about you-
squabbles.
How about you guys? This is the plan we were talking about. How about you give us the gold, or maybe we'll break the mirror.
Yeah, what about that, pal?
Roll me an
Ashoxa kind of just
intimidation
pinches
check, Draco.
her brow.
Roll me an intimidation check. DrakoRider.
Or maybe
We're
we'll
going
break the
to-
mirror.
We'll friggin' do it!
Hey, Ashoxa's actually proficient in intimidation. Can't she just kind of like sit
That's
there and look
You can.
scary and help
You know
him?
what? Yeah, you use your action to assist him, make it an advantage.
She just reveals the daggers again.
Yeah.
Want a taste of these?
Am I the one rolling with advantage, or is Dracon rolling
DrakoRider
again?
has advantage, so he can roll it again, basically.
Okay.
Oh, I do. I'm sorry. My
Yeah.
bad.
Do
She's
it.
assisting you, basically.
Do it.
Oh, okay, she's assisting me. So just
The
roll.
stabby
So I
lady
roll.
is
I
assisting.
roll
Just roll it again.
intimidation.
And it'll
Intimidation
pass as-
with advantage.
Just roll it again one more time,
Normally.
as if it was advantage.
Okay.
Just roll it normally because you already rolled.
Oh,
wow.
God.
And Ashoxa kind of like looks at Dracon
Man.
and just like, you are extraordinarily bad at being who you are. Do you know that, right?
The-
I
Kinda
know. I
hard.
should have said it. We are gonna break the mirror.
The dragon
Better.
does not
Had-
seem phased.
Would have had more of a ring to it.
Fix
But,
on his chest. You do
alright,
not know what you
alright.
have, do you?
I
No.
got a pretty
What,
good
pick up
idea. I just
Yeah,
Don't
we know.
care.
Iron, necromancy, what have you. That's all stuff I've seen before.
The mirror houses one of the last living devils. Hand it over.
devils live? That's news to me.
Make a history check, all of you. Or religion, whichever you prefer.
Ashoxa is an absolute agnostic/atheist
Woo!
individual. So she is not gonna do well here. Oh.
I don't know if you can be an
Surprises
atheist
people.
in the world where
Yeah.
a dead god is the
He's
sun.
floating in the sky.
That's
Gale.
just some,
It's
that's
just
just
a
some dude who
simulation.
bit off more than he can chew.
Just a dude who bit up more than he can chew. Gale, you succeed. The event, or the war, I should say, that kicked off the killing of the gods was known as the Blood War. An endless, horrific conflict between devils and demons. That conflict was seemingly endless. Endless swarms and waves of each other crashing against the banks, until one day it was revealed that the king of the devils wanted the Blood War to continue. And as soon as that was revealed, his own general betrayed him. Unfortunately, without their leadership, the devils were no match for the demon horde, and fell. And once the demons fell, they took to the overworld. The god, in his last act of defiance, came down and struck at the demons, only to be killed, and his corpse corrupted. The devils were fought wiped out at the end of the Blood War. Some claim to have survived, especially the more powerful ones, but they are very rarely seen, if at all ever.
Is the Black Dragon monologuing this?
A little bit.
Yeah, Shox has kind of like
know,
tuned him out at this
Mr.
point. You just see her waving her hand in a circle, like, yeah,
Yeah.
get on with
You
it.
know, Mr. Wait, what was your name again? We didn't quite catch it.
My name is Derntooth.
Tooth. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. You know, I have a very peculiar idea at the moment. I don't suppose there's any more of these mirrors out there, are there? Or something similar, maybe, you know...
Do not know, nor do I care. My mother has
Well
sent
done.
me to fetch it.
How do you
The three of us have
know
proven ourselves to be
this
very
is the
effective at fetching
mirror
it for you.
that you're looking for? Like, we don't even
So,
know.
yes.
So, how do you know? You can't prove it, can you?
Persuasion check. Or persuasion or deception, because of the way
Do
you're wording this.
deception. Oh my god!
What?
We're
right,
terrible
well-
at this.
You
Yeah,
can
we're
make a
not doing
persuasion
good at
check
all.
there, Gale.
I'm trying to get on his side.
Yeah, you make a persuasion check.
Now we've proven ourselves to be rather good at fetching these sort of artifacts your mother might be in search of. Where is persuasion? Here we go. Yeah, perhaps we might be able to do some business in the future. Hmm? God.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, we just
We-
flown.
we-
Like, it was a day of flying. Like, our dragons were tired. Everyone's tired. So, okay, this is a tough decision because it's like we really want the gold, but also we
What bond
don't-
do you have to this mirror? What does it mean to you?
Well,
It
you just
means
said it was-
money.
Money!
Then hand it, and the money shall be yours.
You know, I don't trust you.
But if there's a
Give me
devil
the money
inside
first, and I'll give you the
mirror-
mirror.
Its
Yeah, what if the
teeth
devil has more
gnarl
money?
up above its skull-like proportioned face, and it
All
leans in closer. Why do I not seem trustworthy to you?
I don't know. I just
I don't know, he's a
instinctively
pretty good guy now that
don't
he's put it
trust
that-
people that don't pay me. You know? And we've already did what we were sent to do, so that money's already ours. So by refusing me payment, well then I can't just give you the mirror.
Employment you seek.
Not
My mother is
employment.
always looking for more hands.
No, no, no,
Oh.
no, no, no.
Oh, wait,
Don't
yes,
get
yes,
this
yes.
mixed up.
Wait, hold on.
I want my
You
payment.
seem conflicted in your decision.
Yeah,
I will
let's hear
let
the
you
man out,
speak
Ashoxa.
together for a moment in private.
Huh?
Young,
God.
come! As the wormlings sort of fly over and skitter past you all.
Ew.
Oh, this could be good for us.
It's
I've never done business
died.
with the dragon before.
I am being generous in letting you live and not toying with your corpses. For my mother did not want bloodshed of those uninvolved, but if it was up to my whims, you would be dead already, and it turns its
So
back to you
honored.
and walks towards the gold.
Thank you.
Look,
And it
look,
lets
look,
you
maybe-
discuss.
Hey, does you realize that we
All
really
right,
bash his
all right,
brains
let's huddle
in
up
right
here.
now?
Let's huddle up here. Don't.
I will
it's
end
very confusing. You gotta be careful. Hey, all right, huddle, team huddle.
Okay.
All right.
Wyverns huddling next to you.
Okay.
So-
So, the problem.
You just
is-
see Shadowbane licking his wing where he got
You
stabbed.
know,
by acid.
Ashoxa, typically, dragons have tons and tons of gold. Which sounds
Mhm.
nice, right? Right.
Dragons also kill lots and lots of people. I know a raw deal
Who
when I see
also
one.
have gold, and that's
What
good
if-
for
I
business.
have an idea. What if we
Hmm.
tell them that we want triple this amount of gold, and we will hand deliver the mirror to his mother? If she
You
gives
know,
us
the last time we
triple
tried
the
to
amount of
persuade him
gold.
of something, didn't
Yeah,
go
maybe
over
that
well.
night. Yeah, she's very right.
If
about
we
that.
deliver it personally, she would have to give us gold. Lots of
Good.
it.
If we deliver it
Alright.
You just said dragons have
personally,
gold.
she'll more than likely kill us.
She'll probably kill us, yeah, and feed us to her children.
But not if we
Children?
threaten to break the mirror. It's the infinite loop. We can just threaten to break the mirror and release the devil at any time.
Do we
It's
even know
perfect.
if we can break the mirror? I mean, that thing's ancient.
Should we try?
I mean,
Are you
not right now.
kidding
He's gonna kill us all.
Should we try? Just drops it on the ground.
All right, how about this? We go along with it. We try to get close to this dragon. Maybe get another job or two. You know, we work pretty well together.
I don't like you.
What?
Wow.
Why
Let's
would you
give him.
say something like that?
Shadowbane
Let's
sort
give
of
him the
nudges
mirror.
you for some
We've
reason.
known each other for
Take our
years.
gold. and-
Ashoxa looks at Shadowbane and she's like, shh, no. Wait.
He whimpers a little.
I know. Just wait.
Let's just get our payment and get out of here.
What if, hear me out, the mirror's tied to your wyvern, right?
Correct.
What if you flew out with the mirror, you led them away, and threatened to break it on the rocks? And we'll get the gold, and we'll get out of the way, and we get the mirror too. You get away too.
How do I get away?
I mean, one of those
That's
baby
up to
ones
you to
nearly
figure
melted
out.
you in half.
But if they're all chasing me, how am I supposed to get away?
You're
We
a
just flew
genius.
for a whole day. I'm scared. Like, I don't think we could. I don't know. They're fast. You see how those
You have had your time. You have had enough. What is your plan?
We would like to meet your mother, please.
Oh,
Or I would.
boy.
Yeah, let's.
Wish to
we-
deliver
Yeah,
it
he's-
personally.
No, he's looking for a little affection. He's a little starved for it.
Very well.
We need.
This will
large
be
food.
interesting. Come, mount your weaker dragons
Oh, screw
and
you.
We
follow.
are quite tired. We need to get some water.
He
Yeah.
starts flapping his wings and flies.
All right,
into
we'll
the air.
catch up, I guess. Right behind
Does
you.
he
Yep.
does he leave the treasure chest though?
He does not, as you watch
Ah,
as the
damn
wormlings
it.
grab the chest in their mouths
Oh, we gotta go.
and start flying above.
Well,
I-
Shasta, you're just not gonna let your gold get away now, are you?
And as a final
This
note, do you actually follow
all
behind
your
the black
fault.
dragons as they fly away with the gold?
Absolutely, they might have relics of knowledge.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Ashoxa reluctantly
case-
follows, but only because she wants to see if the two in front of her get eaten or killed first.
Okay. In that case, we will end the one shot there. As you
Yay!
follow behind
Yay!
the black dragons to meet with their mother.
We pretty much failed.
I
Yeah,
hope
that
you all
was,
had a fun,
that
good
was
time.
impressive. That persuasion check was the most impressive part.
That was something.
Right,
You guys did
right.
not have the best rolls, I will say. That was interesting.
You don't say.
I
Yeah.
say Foundry
Wow.
has it out for
Okay.
me.
Yeah, that's rude a bit there.
Alright, thank you
But-
guys so much for watching this evening. We might be back with more of this content later, so if you like it,
Yeah.
feel free to leave us some notes. Let us know what you liked, let us know what you didn't like. We want to hear more from you guys. If you want to see more of this content, you can feel free to join my Discord, or SaucedUpWizard's Discord, or Draco's Discord, and let us know more about how you enjoyed this adventure. But until next time, my friends, stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!
Melt them with
Bye.
fire.